What's up, party people? I realized that the Pacific broadcast is running a bunch of different videos, like pre-produced videos. So I haven't seen a bunch of these before. So I think it's a good idea to have a look at them. I mean, there's one with Gen G here, then there's one with PRX, there's one with DRX. Like, these are really well put together videos by the look of things. Hello, so I'm gonna kick back and watch the pre-show for Pacific, because it seems like they've loaded it with good content. What's up? What's up? So I can only do the first game today. I can't do the DRX game against Gen G, unfortunately. But I'm not mad about that. Like, I'd rather watch the T1 PaperX one, to be honest with you. What's up? What's up? Do you have a cast tomorrow? No, I don't cast the game tomorrow. I'm on the desk tomorrow, which is actually like more work. But I'll have plenty of sleep. Don't worry about it. Sentinels versus Leviathan. Who you got? Man, I don't think it's possible to call it. Those three teams are so close. I think... I don't know. I think Lev maybe have a slightly higher chance of skilling it out, but for some reason I kind of favor Sentinels. I think the map pool looks pretty good. I don't know. I think it's going to be an insanely close game. How would you pronounce my name, Mr. Show? Asps. That's how I would pronounce it. How good was Fnatic compared to Loud Leviathan? It's tough to say because Fnatic play very pretty Valorant. I really like the way that they play. Loud and Lev today was scrappy. It was a bit of jail Valorant. But also, just because something looks pretty doesn't mean that it's actually better. And at the end of the day, Fnatic would still have to really heavily adjust to what Loud were doing. I think that's a lot of stress. Loud have also been able to beat Fnatic more than pretty much any team out there. So, yeah. Hard to tell is the answer to that question. Similar tier, but I think Fnatic looked a bit cleaner. Have I had any fiberless shits recently? I tend to eat a lot of fiber, so I have no idea. Which other maps do you think Chamber will be played on? I think Chamber's playable on Bind, I think Chamber's playable on Lotus, I think Chamber's playable on Sunset.
이런 이미지를 남기고 싶어요.
사실 이번에 인도 이벤트 대회 나갔을 때 좀 많은
Why are people playing Chamber?
안심도 시켜드리고 싶었고
Because
기대를 더 하게
he's
만들어드리고 싶었는데
still
그건
really
성공적이지
good.
못한 것 같아서 조금 많이 아쉽고
차라리 기대를 하지 않고
Because it's incredibly good to be able to take aggressive angles and kill people and then disappear.
애니메이션에 빗대자면
No short teams play Chamber over Saffron Sunset. Yeah, some teams have been.
만년 2등만 하는 놈들이
And some teams might try playing double Sentinel as well. But yeah, some teams have been playing Chamber. I mean, Crew played Chamber instead of the Cypher.
이번 연도는 특히 간절한 선수들만 남았다라고 표현을 할 수밖에 없는 게 누구는 지금 처음 시작하고 누구는 자기 커리어의 마지막이 될 수도 있는 순간이기 때문에
I mean, there's plenty of teams that are just not playing Cypher at all on tons of maps. Dude, Loud are trying to pioneer a new meta which has no Sentinel at all. A lot of the APAC teams have been running double Smokes, double Initiator on Breeze with no Sentinel. The meta is wide open right now. I mean, motherfucker, the best team in America is playing Phoenix on multiple maps. Shit's crazy out there right now. Shit is crazy out there. No upset? You don't think T1 will get the upset? Okay, I'm gonna skip the Team Secret video and go over to the PaperX video. Oh no, this is the Bleed video. Where's the PaperX one? I've already seen this one. Here it is, here it is. I want to watch this one. I'm rooting for T1? Yeah, so am I. I mean, I'm rooting for T1, but also, if PaperX show me some excellent shit, I'll be so impressed. I think they look good on Sunset, but don't think they look that amazing on the other maps that we saw from them
good, but at
against
the same
Gen G.
time not so good as well because we didn't manage to get the first.
I can say
Yeah,
it's quite
Uber knows what he's
painful
talking
to
about when it comes to Valorant. He's put in the work, man.
I
He's
feel
put in the
like
work.
I can
And
play
he's a killer
better on
Death Coast. He's
international
so
stage,
good.
but
He'll be
just
incredible when he
because
casts
the
as well,
tournament
but
need
like,
more experience.
he's
This
just
time was a
exceptionally
different lesson.
talented.
I think the pressure this time was
Overwatch
way more
League in
immense than
general
last time,
was
and we just
extremely
couldn't
We
stacked.
made a lot of mistakes and
For
every
being
time
a
grand
tier
finals
2
go
product.
shock, and I think that's what
The talent was very good.
regret.
For me, it's like really exhausted.
So is
But
fantastic
I
too.
guess it's
And
worth
she was
it
working
since,
the
like, we
EMEA
made
today.
A deep run in every tournament. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course,
Baby
we're okay.
Bay was
I mean,
a lot
I
of
think,
fun.
Most of us just trying to relax, and from what I see, I don't think the boys know how to relax. They just continue playing Valorant, you know.
Nah, I think we've been like we're just chilling, you know, because I think we just treat off season as like tournament, but it's like we chill at the same time, so it's like holiday and tournament at the same time.
It would be hard, I think, to try to maintain the performance or try to increase the performance because sometimes when you think it too hard, then you're gonna mess it up, you know. We shouldn't put so much
Who's casting for Americas
I mean,
tomorrow?
obviously,
It
we
is,
having a new player and we gotta like
I
adapt
think,
to Monyet and
Doug and
It's
Baby
only a
Bay.
simple answer. PRX
I
won
think.
last year and they won me, so yeah, I just joined them.
It's really clicked with us, and like the jokes and everything is really click. Even like,
They
the
want me,
player style
so
also,
I
like,
joined.
really
I
similar,
mean,
like,
yeah, of
aggressive.
course. If PaperX asks any player in APAC to join them, they should say yes. What stream am I watching? This is the official stream for Pacific, but I've like wound it back a little bit because I wanted to watch these videos beforehand.
Enjoy the play. It's a bit like when Ilya joined, you know, same thing, like super self-motivated.
Like I'm super far behind right now, deliberately. Like I'm not watching live. I'm like fucking 15 minutes behind live because I wanted to watch these videos properly. Once the game actually begins, I'll skip back up to live.
After a lot of scrims and a lot of VOD review, now I feel like I understand how.
Why
they
isn't
play
this a
and then I can follow their
BO5?
pace.
You know what? That's a
Obviously, we hope
fantastic
to
question.
keep the pressure
It
and
really
keep
is. That is a
it
fantastic
because he's
question.
a very
I'm
good
not
player
sure.
also.
In my opinion, any
I
game
didn't
that
want
sends you to an
expect
international
anything,
event
like,
should be a
much
BO5.
more. I just want to qualify to international event, and
Like if it's
I
a,
hope
you know,
we can win.
the single match that
I don't wanna be
qualifies
too
you, but I
ambitious
don't
also
make the
before
rules.
everyone
So
even know us, just like slowly grind again.
I don't have an
and
answer
like
for you
start from
particularly.
zero because basically new year gonna be new us, you know, less expectation. And
will he be
try our best.
casting at all this year, or is he just going to be desktop for now? I'm not 100%
percent
sure on that, but I believe
He
he's going
has
to be
world-class
casting at some
players,
point.
and I think it's
Maybe
very
not for
exciting to
kickoff, I
see
don't really
what
know.
we can do with like a extra flexible guy in the team.
We play like how we want. The playstyle will be almost the same.
Try to like
What's the reward for winning the grand final?
Better.
I
Whoever
think
is,
it's just better
running
seeding.
It's 2:33 a.m. and
We get close to number
IDKYIM
one,
here.
right? So
Hey, no, the witch. Thank you for
2024,
turning up, though.
hopefully we
Thank
get
you for
the
turning up. It's going to be a
trophy.
great game. That's why you're here. It's going to be a great game. But yeah, I think there are a number of problems with this format, and I gave them this feedback before the season even began. I didn't know the exact format for kickoff, but we had a general feedback meeting where I was giving them feedback on their tournament format. And one of the big things that I said to them was, if you have a format like this where you're qualifying two teams, you should not be playing the grand final at all. There shouldn't be a match that even exists, because you just get situations like you did last year in LCQ, where in EMEA LCQ, where the teams have no interest in trying. They play troll comps. It devalues the competition, and you don't need a winner anyway. You don't need to win kickoff. You just need to qualify two teams there. But they've decided to go in a different direction, presumably because seeding is really useful, and probably some other arguments that I'm unaware of as well. It's champs points? Yeah, but they don't need to structure it like that. They've invented champs points to make it mean something. They didn't need to even have the match. They could have just given the teams to qualify. Okay, is there another feature video after this? Yeah, there is. Is every team in Madrid going to groups? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think every single team plays in a Swiss system. Which is pretty weird. It's a weird number of teams to do Swiss with. It's very strange.
저희가 그 로스터로 발로란트 초창기 때부터
If T1 wins 100
이
gifted
자리에 계속 저희가 그 멤버들
for free?
저도 만약에
For
팬이었다면
free?
만약에 굉장히 아쉬웠을 상황이었을 것 같거든요.
That's a bad bet. You shouldn't gamble like that.
저희도 처음에는 걱정을 많이 했었었는데 콜업되고 올라온 친구들이 너무 잘해주고 있어가지고 믿고 한번 응원해 주시면 너무 감사할 것 같습니다.
이제 지난 시즌에는 모든 경기를 출전하지 못하고
You have to shave your mustache if T1 lose? No, I'm not putting my fucking tash on the line. I think there's a decent chance at an upset. I don't think T1 are necessarily favourites. I wouldn't put money on them to win. I mean, unless the odds were outrageous and I was allowed to gamble, which I'm not.
큰거 같다. 플래시백 선수. 퍼시픽 리그 05년생.
Do you know how many rounds the Swiss will be? No.
제가 또총좀 기깔나게 쏘거든요.
퍼시픽에서 한 번도 보지 못했던 선수가 저는 플래시백 선수라고 생각을 하거든요.
저만 보기엔 좀 아까운 그런 포텐셜들이 진짜 있는 거예요. 내가 얘
A waste. If my aim was as good as his, I think we would have won champions by now. Okay.
기존 DRX보다 훨씬 좀 공격적이고
High praise for flashback. He seemed really talented. He did, yeah.
경험도 좀 있다 보니까.
But I'm pretty sure they said the same thing about Foxy 9 when he joined.
든든한 받침목이 되지 않을까라는 생각이 좀.
Yeah, the grand final winner does get 3 circuit points, but I'm just pissed that they even designed the thing like that.
되게 잘해가지고 강력한 막내 라인 2명이 들어오기도 했고 받아야죠. 그 느낌을.
저랑 이제 플래시백이 이번에 합류하면서 연습을 많이 하고 있는데 그 연습을 하는 과정에서 형들은 솔직히 많이 힘들어갈 것 같고 하지만 이 연습을 해서 플래시백과 저가 이 산에 넘는다면은 정과도
Is Forsaken's brother exceeding expectations? Yeah, I would say so.
이제는 재성이도 막내 포지션 벗어나기
He didn't really have any tier 1 Valorant experience, so I didn't know what to think about him. There's been plenty of people that moved over from CS and weren't that great, and he's just been frying immediately. His aim is fabulous. His operating skill is absolutely elite. Instantly.
되게 화려했잖아요, 이 팀이. 103년생이라는 기록도 세웠었고 자신감 차 있다가 막상 국제대회 나갔더니 5, 6등. 아, 1등만
I'm sorry, Ajay. I'm sorry.
중위권이냐.
We just don't stop.
게임을 하게 되는
We just don't stop.
이제 22년도 챔스 3등 했었죠, 저희가.
This is such a cool story, man.
3등밖에 못했다.
Like getting to hear the way that the DRX players think about their own curse of being stuck at 5th, 6th. Like how crazy is that Mako thinks he didn't play well and that he was one of the problems? How bonkers is that? I mean, I don't think he had his best year in 2023, but he was still one of the elite smokes players in the world. God damn.
주인공은 저일 수밖에 없는 게 지난 2년 동안 주전을 못 팀으로써 한이 좀 많이 맺혀 있어가지고 주인공이 되지 않을까라고 생각합니다.
역사에도 약간 굴곡 있잖아요. 한번 꺾였다가 쭉 상승세도 타고.
They actually are viewing themselves like they are the main characters.
데스를 하지 않고.
They're just waiting for their redemption story to happen.
아무도 못 따라올 핵 같은 존재가 되고 싶어요.
모든 비판과 역경과 이런 거를 안고 가면서도 절대 무너지지 않고 앞으로 나아가서 우승을 한 후에 비난과 모든 역경들이 이제 찬사로 돌아오는 그런 스토리가 있으면 좋겠어요.
The criticism will absolutely come back as praise if DRX play well. I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about
이제는 우리의 시간이다라는 그런 타이틀을
about sports, basically, right?
이제 우리의 시간입니다.
Is that people change their tune real quick when you start winning.
우리 근데 롤드컵 스킨 언제 나오지? 나는 만들기로 했는데.
How good did Genji look to you compared to top teams in other regions? I wasn't that impressed with Genji, but then I also didn't watch their 2 games in play-ins, and I'm not going to watch their game tonight, so maybe they've made some big improvements. I thought they looked okay. I thought they looked okay in.
나는 만들어 달라고 했는데.
Have we got more future videos from other teams?
시즌을 더 다른.
Oh yeah, we got one from T1 as well.
T1으로서.
Yeah, that's Faker, and I'm skipping the Faker video. Unlucky, get owned. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I thought Genji looked pretty decent on Icebox. And they look okay on Lotus, but they don't look top tier.
성장하는 시간이었던 것 같고요. 아무래도 1년이란 시간이 저희한테.
Look, Rib in the crib. Thank you for the 24
do you
months.
think wins in a rugby tournament? Does your answer change if it's 7?
Which esport do you think wins in a rugby tournament?
어떤 의미를 가지고 게임해야 될지.
I have no idea what kind of esports attract absolute
전
units.
시즌을 통해서 더 뭔가 좀 깨달은 게 있었어요, 확실하게.
I have no idea.
그래서 그것 때문에 이제 이번 24년 시즌을 더 다른
There's some fairly big people in Valorant, but there's some pretty big people in CS as well.
한번 해보자고 했을 때 솔직히
I've no idea, guys. I've no idea.
IGL을 한다고 해서 뭔가 엄청난 부담감을 느끼지
Fighting
않고
games have a
준비도 잘
few.
되고 있고 인게임 안에서
Madden.
선수도 많기
Yeah, I bet people who play Madden, half of them have gotten into it because they failed to have an NFL career.
전체적인 팀 퍼포먼스.
Golgo Plata, thank you for the prime.
작년보다 더 좋은 점이 많거든요.
트라이얼을 통해서 선수들을
Madden can't count, come on. Why not? Of course it counts, it's an esport.
괜찮은 로스터를
It's an esport.
생각을 하고 있습니다.
Sorry, I'm not watching this video. Let me tune back in.
한다고 해서
아니었던 것 같습니다.
전 시즌을 통해서 더 뭔가 좀 깨달은 게 있었어요, 확실하게. 그래서 그것 때문에 이제 이번 24년 시즌을 더 다른 방향을 갖고 준비하게 되었는데요.
제 IGL 처음에 한번 해보자고 했을 때 솔직히 걱정을 안 한 건 아닌데 제가 IGL을 한다고 해서 뭔가 엄청난 부담감을 느끼진 않고.
It's pretty incredible that Carpe is picking up the IGLing. There's so many new players that are IGLing and rising to the challenge. Carpe is looking really good. Fuck, who was I thinking about recently that was really good too? Sender for Vitality, looking really good.
선발을 했거든요. 생각보다 제 기준에선 정말 괜찮은 로스터를 끌었다 생각을 하고 있습니다.
Plenty of people stepping up and taking on the responsibility and benefiting massively in terms of their career longevity because of it.
My nickname is SQ,
in all likelihood.
You can know me as an AWPer in the CSGO because I was the primary AWPer in CSGO.
He does look a bit like Forsaken.
한판 하는 거 보자마자
You can tell that they're brothers.
아, 얘는 무조건 데려와야 된다.
I would definitely say.
I don't think I've seen really Execute's face or at least paid attention to it, but they definitely look like brothers there.
For sure. That's the best way. He's just a crazy guy.
선수 성격
Boo?
자체는 또
Yeah, Boo's IGL before though. He's not like brand new to the IGLing role.
받은 것 같아요.
Whereas
I think
Carpe
my
and Sender
expectation
are.
right now, first of all, I want to be a champion for Pacific. That's the one thing. The second thing is I want to qualify for the champion, of course. That's our priority right now.
네, 로시 선수는
Yeah, this is the same Carpe as in Overwatch League. Yeah.
제가 본 척후대 중에 제일 잘하는.
Rossi is the best initiator that I've seen.
Describe him for one word. Inside server, he's a good
He's
player.
not even playing initiator
Outside
for them
server,
most of the time.
he's
He's on like Viper.
It just doesn't match his body, you know what I mean? His big body, but his personality is so like a kid, you know?
I'd say the most thing that stands out is that I'm very vocal, and I always want to uplift my team's mood and be a leader in that sense of just making sure just to carry the momentum basically and keep that going, and very keen on like communication and
Poor Rossi.
grounding and stuff like that. I think that's
Best
my biggest
initiator in
strength.
the world, stuck on Viper.
이번 시즌에 주목받을 것 같은 선수.
이번 시즌에 주목받을 것 같은 선수는 저라고 하겠습니다.
저희 팀 이주
Izu
선수가
has been
제가 본
popping
신인
off
가장
actually.
잘한 것 같습니다.
Izu's aim is pretty extraordinary.
그냥 천재예요, 천재.
Insane potential. His learning, like the way how fast he learns, is very impressive to me because he's a good listener and he actually puts it to use what he learns. Then out of game, he's like a teddy bear. He's like this cute little kid.
플레이하는 거 봤을 때 게이머들한테는 칭찬인데 좀 되게 야비하게 한다.
They say my play is dirty.
많이 들었어서 그런 쪽으로.
That's such a funny thing to say in an interview. Yeah, other pro players say I play dirty.
저희의 맥시멈 포텐셜을 보여줄 수 있는 아마 정규 시즌
Today Pacific game predictions.
느낄 수 있을 것 같다
I think
생각합니다.
T1 PRX.
대회가 다 끝났을 때 후회만 없었으면 좋겠습니다.
Do I think T1 are going to win this game?
Better team. Simple as that, to be honest.
I think there's a very decent chance.
I think T1 storyline
Do I think they're going to do it though?
The reborn of T1.
팀 시너지도 상당히 좋고 세계 대회 레벨에서도 할 수 있는 레벨이구나를 되게 많이 느꼈거든요. T1 이름값에 맞게 열심히 잘해보겠습니다.
No, I don't think they're going to do it. I think they've got a chance to do it, but I would say like 40%. I think they're 60-40 underdogs probably. But with a, I mean, 40% is a decent chance of winning. Okay, let's skip this forward a little bit. All right, so they're in the middle of the pre-show. What are they doing here?
Susanto, Jason Susanto,
Wait, Mom, who are you rooting
and
for?
Forsaken facing off. Xspirit's got many years of experience in FPS titles. Forsaken, on the other hand, has really risen to the top tier as one of the greatest flex players in all of Valorant.
What the fuck is win contribution? What the hell does that mean?
Is it true about the middle child not getting as much, you know, love from...
I think there are 4 of them, actually.
There are 4? Okay, never mind.
So
my point is...
He's not really a middle child.
Okay, we'll skip to live.
And 18 will determine 2 teams flying to Madrid.
Kill contribution? Yeah, it probably is, actually.
Pacific kickoff. So
It's a really good stat, that, actually. Kill contribution's a hugely, interesting statistic. When I do that as a stat, I tend to call it PTK, because that's what we used to call it in Overwatch, percentage of teams' kills. But kill contribution is fine as well. I just think that's a little less easy to understand. What does it even mean? So what percentage of your team's overall fragging output do you contribute to? So, like, it's kill contribution in rounds 1, by the way. That's a weird way of doing that. I've never even thought of doing that, to be honest.
Actually, the data wasn't about a big problem because we saw PRX dealing with new maps, so I think it'll be okay. 네, 좋은 시작으로
Twitch chat not be horny when seeing a woman on screen challenge. Literally fucking impossible difficulty.
So are your players' hands still warmed up? Is it a bit of thing to worry about?
I mean, again, it's like, it's just first Garth so out of pocket for no reason. Just, can you imagine if people were just immediately this horny about all the men? Just, I come on broadcast and someone's like, I'd like to ride his fucking mustache like a stallion. Like, it's just so out of pocket, it's crazy. it's so crazy.
So back to you, Coach Autumn. I mean, T1 could not defeat PRX during the last season's Pacific, so are you ready right now?
I mean, maybe people think that, but they don't say it as often. Plus, to be honest, I don't mind. Men don't tend to get objectified as much, so to be honest, I think this doesn't apply to everybody, of course, but dude, when Valin heard that someone in the crowd had that sign that said "Valin my goat, Valin in my throat," Valin was like, "Yo, that's sick." It makes such a difference if you've spent your life being objectified or not. Like, it just primes you to receive it in such a negative way, man. This is fuck. T1 and PRX are the 2 teams I want to go to Masters from Pacific. Yeah, it's rough. It's possible that these are the 2 best teams. I don't know 100%. Not claiming that even. But it's possible, right? Kane447, thank you for the 6 months. When can we expect the next episode of the Pokemon Soul Link? I mean, to be honest, it might not even be at any point during the season. I think I'm just going to be overloaded the entire season. T1 was 3-27 against PRX and EDG in scrims last year. Yeah, Carpe told me. Carpe turned up to Americas last year before Champions. I think it was during LCQ. Carpe was in LA, and I spoke to him and I was like, "Hey, how's it going? How you doing?" And he looked at me and he just went, "Sideshow, EDG are crazy. They're beating the shit out of everybody." And I was like, I didn't even ask, bro. I didn't even ask. And then actually EDG played pretty well, but didn't. I mean, you know, they didn't go nuts.
We have 3 brothers, and the youngest is the most talented, and the second one is Xspirit himself, Kevin. Okay, good luck for you. I think.
Yeah, they did well. They did well, right? But they didn't. They didn't actually blow everybody away, make a podium finish, that kind of stuff.
So, do you agree?
Is that why you were so high on them?
I've been watching all the VODs. I think
not entirely. I mean, I thought EDG looked really strong as well, but yeah, partially because all of the internal rumors were that they were slapping people in practice. Not just from Carpe, but from others as well.
잘할 것이라고 믿고요. 왜냐하면 좀 더 경험치가 있기 때문에 당연히 실력도 좀 더 좋지 않을까라는 답변으로 마무리를 해봤습니다. So thank you both.
Am I going to co-stream any Chinese games? They're at a really bad time zone for me right now. I would love to, but they're at a very bad time zone currently.
So we met the coaches for the interview, and I'll go back to the desk and we'll join the show. Bye.
All right. I mean, I would have asked which
Dude, eco round win rate being at 33% is fucking crazy. Even that, like, both of these win rates are bonkers. Dude, this is ludicrous as well. The round win rate in general is bonkers. But I mean, eco win rate is just through the roof recently. It's absolutely through the roof. And this is going to be the official Thrifty win rate.
Maybe they do.
Which
by the stats right now,
doesn't even tell the full story, really, because Thrifty is a bit of a broken statistic in Valorant right now.
Or the change, I should say, their play
It counts it as a, like,
change. But what's also
buy round if
we're just looking at the coaches.
you know, purchase a bunch of stingers or something.
One coach. T1 has 5 coaches. So when you're changing your
What exactly is their criteria for an eco round? Don't ask. Genuinely don't ask. I could tell you the exact definition, but I don't want to get into it.
How the Pacific broadcast will work in 3 days when Twitch Korea shuts down operations?
Do you know how the Pacific broadcast will work in 3 days when Twitch Korea shuts down operations? Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of different ways that it could work, but they could just broadcast it out of anywhere else. Anywhere else. I think half of it gets routed through different countries anyway.
Very much so still, you know, traditional Valorant. You always have the same compositions, but they do try to switch things up. They have their pretty interesting plays on Ascent.
The stuff that they broadcast on the Korean, like the Korean language stream might go to a different service, but the English broadcast will still be here. They'll just run it out of, like, I think a lot of stuff is going through Dublin anyway, so they'll just run it out of Dublin servers, like it never even touches Korean servers, so it doesn't make any difference.
Mentioning Victoria with the thing about Monyet, it also has resulted in
like you can still be a Twitch streamer if you live in Korea. You just use a VPN and connect to Japanese servers. Bada bing, bada boom.
It was Jing and something playing on Double Duelist, but the last time we saw them on Sunset here in Kickoff, they had
so I'm not exactly sure what the stat win contribution rate is, but I think it's the percentage of team kills in winning rounds.
When he was with PRX.
So, like, for example, you know, you take all of the rounds that they won, how many kills did they get overall? And so let's say they got 100 kills in winning rounds and you got 23 of them. That would be, you would have 23% win contribution, I think. I'm not really sure what value that stat has, because percentage of teams' kills in general is really useful, but I don't really understand why you would limit it to only the winning rounds. I guess maybe that's a better version of the stat. I would have to see how it differed.
PRX obviously continues to be dominant. It's really hard not to pick PRX. Or is it? That's right.
I mean, sometimes I just want to see the world burn, but...
Why did you choose T1?
Okay, I think I've been turned into a believer. That one game X-Grid showcased the chamber, it was amazing, but then when I started, you know, deep diving into T1, they have a lot of pieces that can really bring, I feel like, PRX to their knees in this series. I'll probably talk about that a little bit more later, but one of the things that I really like about them is just how
absolutely based from Chobra and Azurai. I think there's a serious chance that T1 wins this.
Team that doesn't sit still. So you've got this new Davai, you've got Monyet and something changing up their roles a little bit. It's a lot more
Azurai stealing Bren's bit of predicting wrong all the time. I think this is worth a punt. I think this is the kind of upset that you have to take a punt on every now and then. T1 looked good. I think they were in a kind of weak group when you look back at who was playing there. Bleed look atrocious. GE were pretty lackluster, and then Zeta actually ended up being the bottom team of play-ins, which I didn't think they looked like that, but fuck, I mean, the results ended up that way. So, I don't know. But T1 do look really good. They look really good. We'll see what happens when they have an opponent that shoots back as hard as Paper X does.
이전 T1에 비해서 강점이라고 하면은 좀 더 확실한 체계적인 게임을 할 수 있게 됐고 그리고
I agree with that. They do play a more solid systematic style now. Grenji, thank you for the 24 months.
작년에 비해서.
What's
제가
this?
정말 예전 인터뷰에서도 말한 적이 있는데 제가 본 신인 중에 진짜 이주 선수가 가장
Cow jam. Nope, shan't be adding that. That looks terrible.
교전하는 센스나
That looks terrible.
순간 판단력, 머리 쓰는 게 되게 똑똑하고요.
Can't say more. See you soon. Wait, what is Achilles said? Paper X are cooking. You heard it here first. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What the hell are the maps? What the hell are the comps? We're getting like the fucking ball-tickling tease from the caster.
Hello everyone, I'm something from PRX. About our changes, we just must do that because
You reached Partner Plus? Wait, did we really?
Service, so we must get one more player and to
Yo, that's fucking crazy. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Wormhat, thank you for the prime.
Works again because now we can play even without.
Did we hit it?
Valorant. Yeah.
Where is this little fucking
This is
thing?
our first day in playoffs. I hope you're gonna win today.
Yes, pop the fuck off. Chat, you dominated. Chat, you fucking dominated, you little legends. Now I just have to do it another 2 months in a row, and then Twitch will stop stealing half of my money.
And I always lost.
Let's fucking go. You need to do it 3 months in a fucking row in order to get the 70-30 split. Which, by the way, plenty of people just have by default because they used to offer it as part of their contract if you had, like, a decently large stream. And now they make you hit it 3 months in a bloody row. Do you get Perma Twitch Plus once you hit 3 months? You get it for 12 months. So you get a year of 70-30 split instead of 50-50, which, I mean, you know, that is massively more money. It just makes streaming so much more viable. 70 and 30 to who? Well, it would be better, like, obviously it's going to be better for me. If I originally had a 50-50 and then it turned into a 70-30, why would I be trying to hit the goal if it was more money to Twitch? What are you talking about? Engage the brain, please. It's late at night. I can't afford to do this the entire time where I tell you. Maybe you just love Bezos. Dude, I love giving back to corporations. I'm always thinking of the big guy. Big guy upstairs, Jeff Bezos.
And now, your reigning VCT Pacific champions on the hunt for another title. Welcome to the stage, Paper X!
The crowd is so fucking reserved and chill in Pacific. It's just a very different environment. To be honest though, when we were at the like OGN studios for Valorant and for Overwatch, those crowds were getting like chanting, getting involved, cheering, coordinated. Yeah, maybe it's just a different group of people. You can hear some people in the crowd mics though as well. You can definitely hear some people. So if they were going nuts, I think you could hear them. I'm not sure though. I mean, the crowd is also very segmented. They're in the four corners, right? So it's... Oh yeah. In case you haven't seen, Alice is co-streaming Pacific on Bren's channel doing a cosplay of me. So if you want to head to twitch.tv/Bren, you will find Alice, Bren's girlfriend, doing a cosplay of me whilst co-streaming T1 Paper X. So we'll raid Alice after we finish the stream. Fucking hell, I have no idea what kind of crazy shit she's getting up to. Yeah, I think you're probably on the money there, Retro, yeah. You can hear, yeah, people kind of fading into the distance. To be honest, crowd mics in general are going to be really difficult to get working when the crowd is like scattered in four corners.
Map picks Really curious how this is going to go. We've seen both of these teams not really
She's
like
having
to play
PC
Icebox,
trouble.
So I can imagine at least one of these guys.
She'll get it figured out,
be batting
I
out.
believe.
I mean, if I were like T1, I would want to try to bring out Breeze because PaperX's Breeze against Gen G didn't look too great. Or maybe, you know, come up with something that they are strong on, something like a Sunset
All right,
or
what's
a
going on here,
Lotus. That again, that is
PaperX
where
need to
Execute
veto
pop up.
Lotus, I
I
think.
know that Ilya or
They get rid of
something said that
Breeze.
They are more versatile right now. They can't play those non-duelist comps.
Well, we'll see a T1 masterclass on Lotus.
Where something doesn't play on that jet.
Ooh.
You gotta
So,
pick
you know,
Lotus.
just to maybe put PaperX. To put PaperX in a position where they're not the most used at it just yet.
No, you picked Ascent. You're picking Ascent instead of your god tier Lotus.
Okay, so this is where we have that Rossi Viper, you know, double controller along with Izu combo. But
Wait,
at the same time,
is Lotus getting through anyway?
Sometimes they bring out the Harbor with Forsaken, and it can be very interesting to see how.
Ban Lotus? Ban Lotus? Ban
I'm just curious to see what
Lotus?
comps we're going to be having here. And Sunset. Yes, the Decider. This was kind of an interesting map because again, this is the map where we saw 2 iterations of PaperX, the one with Jing with the double duelist, and then the one without Jing with the no duelist comp.
T1
So,
took Lotus out of their own map pool when they look phenomenal at it.
there's a possibility that X-Grid can break out
What the fuck is going on with this map veto?
It's a new composition.
What the fuck is going on with this map veto? I don't understand the first part of that.
It is not 2 chambers, but instead.
Okay, so we've got triple duelist, triple duelist.
Well, but this is the T1. I mean,
Oh my god, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
Everything in this game is immediately batshit insane. Jet, Raze, Yoru, no initiator, no piece of drone utility, just the Yoru flashes to try to get into sight. Holy PaperX comp. Holy fucking PaperX comp. But the thing is too, T1 have trolled the map veto, surely. Why have they gone to Ascent?
I'm just, again, taken aback by this, but
Have T1 played Ascent?
utilize with such high mobility agents that PaperX has.
I need to go back and look through the maps. I need to go back and look through the maps. What have I need to refresh my memory. What have T1 played recently?
We are going to go into the first game of today.
So
we're going to go over to the
they've played Breeze, Lotus, Ascent, Lotus, Sunset. On Ascent, they lost to Zeta Division whilst playing the Omen Viper comp. Yeah! Oh, God.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Are they going to run that again?
Pretty much verbatim was.
What on earth are they doing picking Ascent instead of Lotus?
Triple duelist for PaperX. This is not something that we have seen in a very long time on any map, but Split especially. Not since Talon back last season, and I tell you what, that didn't go so well.
I'm so confused. I don't understand what they're cooking. I don't understand what they're cooking, chat. I mean, we're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to see. Aren't PaperX shite on Ascent? No, I don't think they're shite. In fact, last time they've played bizarre compositions on that map. I don't think it's an amazing map for them, but dude, even if, okay, let's ignore completely the pick of Ascent. At the end of the map veto, they had the choice between Lotus or Sunset. T1 look incredible at Lotus. I don't think PaperX looked that great. PaperX were playing no duelist, and I actually thought that comp was fucking cooking on Sunset. So it just makes negative sense to end on Sunset rather than Lotus in my head. Maybe T1 are giga-brained.
On the specific agents, maybe this will hold a bit more water.
I know. Again, I don't have a lot of
I don't know.
in anybody
I don't
on this
know.
squad to do their job and
I
do
don't
well
know.
for the most part. I mean, yes, you do see from time to time it's rough, but PaperX is
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're absolutely in batshit insane territory right from the fucking beginning. Triple duelist on defense to start with. So, I would imagine that PRX are just going to want to take fights all across the map. They're going to want to challenge here. They're going to want to challenge mid. They're going to want to do triple walks down into market and like hold this aggressive and hold this from here.
Along with Mind Freak, could throw a Paranoia, try to crunch with something in Mon yet.
I just don't see how this is better than running. I don't see how this is better than running the Sky. Like, I don't understand how the Yoru is going to to be better than the Sky here. It doesn't get as much information. It doesn't have the drone. It still only has 2 flashes. And PRX are going to walk down mid a little bit. Is this just comfort rolls for Forsaken something and Monya? This is a weird defense wall.
For now, PRX is just
From
going to
Divide.
reset. But that is a little bit of information. You saw both the Rays and the Yoru there for Carpe.
It's kind of like the retake wall, but then it also cuts this side off as well. We've seen a couple of teams running this one. No, only one team, I think, actually. This year. Alright, is there going to be a big fight in mid? No. So everyone on PRX hid from Trailblazer. Now they're going to group up over towards A. PRX are going to look for some information in the mid round. As soon as the smoke drops, they're facing from multiple different positions. So they don't push through the smoke, they wait for the smoke to drop. I like that. They're re-clearing fully, but now they're heading in the opposite direction. So they're getting good information here that it's not B. They know it's A. But what are they going to do? Quad fucking flank? What's cracking here? Oh, dude, Divide picks off E2 at the very beginning. Are they going to quad flank? No. Don't be stupid. Only triple flank. Of course, we will only triple flank.
I mean, the triple push out into screens, taking really forward positions here. Trying to intercept Divide.
This is accidentally an incredible play from T1. They've taken screens control and they can react into Heaven. No, T1, just take Heaven control.
For the duel there against Carpe, who does manage to get the better of him with the classic. The Forsaken quickly picks up a second kill.
Oh, that's big from Execute. What is Monya doing? Hello, Monya. Earth to Monya. Rossi booming Mind Freak as well. That was terribly played in the 2v1 at the end there from PRX. Terribly played. He must have thought that Rossi was in Heaven. They must have thought it's planted for Heaven, he's got to be up Heaven, and when instead he was backside. I mean, there's no other reason why you would be running with your knife out into sight instead of grouping up in the 2v1. They just must have thought that Rossi wasn't here.
So potential tricky retake that T1 is able to scrape by with some fancy footwork and shooting from Rossi. It's going to get him over the line, and now you're able to get a few extra guns, and yep, Saya player with the Marshal.
There goes Forsaken at the start of the round, trying to make something happen. Execute picks up 2. Mind Freak should follow.
One kill traded back, but weapon not able to be safely recovered, so Mind Freak just has to leave it on the ground.
Buy the Sentinels bundle? Hashtag ad? Why? What are you talking about? Was somebody running the Sentinels skin in this game?
Entire map is their playground. They can go over there, please.
I really like the way that T1 is approaching this. Immediately, when they see the triple duelist come out, it's a pump of the brakes across both the pistol and this round. They're not.
Did something just waste 400 creds? What? Buying light armor? I mean, if he's not planning to save for an operator, he's still going to be able to buy next round. What's the problem? Oh, that was actually just a paid message. They're being paid by Sentinels to go and just spam that in various different co-streamers' chats. I just saw the title. Is it really an upset if T1 win? Well, I suppose that's a good question. Would you consider it an upset if T1 won? I think the general consensus would be that it is, because PRX are expected to be the top team in Pacific, but I mean, with what we've seen so far, I think there's good reason to think that T1 can pull off the win. I think I would still consider T1 slight underdogs in this. Just under a 50-50, like a 60-40, something like that. But that's just because I think PRX can turn it on. But having looked at the triple duelists that they're running here, I'm very concerned. T1 are definitely going to play more sensible Valorant over the course of this series, but they trolled the map, Vito. Do you think T1's having a honeymoon period? I don't think so, no. I think they're legit. I think they've just made good upgrades over the course of this offseason and have found a team identity that works really well for them. I don't think they're gonna, like, fall off over time. Like, I don't think they're skilling it. I think they're just playing, like, really sensible macro Valorant. How's Carpe 2 bullets, 2 headshots with the Bulldog? Do you think Rossi was a good pickup? Yeah, I think he's probably added a lot of the, like, experience, intelligence, communication to the team. Where the fuck is this going? Look at this gate crash. It's going into B main at the start of the round.
Another 3-man stack here.
I don't really understand what Forsaken's throwing that one for, because I don't know what was he pressuring before he teleported? He TP'd over to B, there's 4 players B. But his teleport landed, like, here. Bit bizarre.
Overstacked fights and try to claim victories that way.
Sire player is going for the attack side up, I only just realized. That one is a bit bizarre, but I feel like attack side upping is actually really good against triple duelist, because the duelists are going to want to try and take fights. They're going to be peeking, they're going to be info peeking, or like jiggle peeking very often. Oh my god. Good shot from Sire. Aggressive peek.
Right back up to 100.
What do you think about triple duelist? I think it's very Paper X, very suboptimal, very I am forced to peek and take fights constantly on split and give T1 picks early in the round, as has happened in this round. But probably on the attack side, Paper X are going to do some crazy ass shit, just exploding into A and B, and T1 will probably struggle to hold it a lot.
Paper X style, the W gaming style is quite there yet. For now, might just have to be a save here for Divide and Forsaken. However, Rossi.
Yeah, attack side upping does seem very, very good.
Some extra guns away from Paper X.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, a lot of the time when you're attack side upping, you're not going to run into a huge amount of utility anyway, portal away, because a lot of the time the defenders aren't going to have info about exactly where you're playing. Like, it's less obvious when you're attack side upping exactly where you're trying to get posted. But I think one of the reasons that it's particularly good against no initiator and no sentinel is because Paper X don't have info around the map. They're going to have to contact re-clear, flash re-clear areas, jiggle peek, fight, basically, A ramp, mid, like that kind of thing. And so, in theory, if Sire player is just patient, he should find people, I mean, a bit like in this round, peeking B main, peeking mid. And I think if he just posts up, it's going to be difficult for Paper X to figure out where he is and clear him.
And yeah, already gonna have to see if they can get their heads on straight.
Dude,
but this is, how many times have we seen this in Chaos where
chat.
Paper X
Why does it matter if I'm 15 seconds behind? If you're fucking red zone in 10 co-streamers at once, you've got brain rot.
So far. But maybe
you're TikTok pilled.
Come off the backside of this one.
How does it ruin your fucking immersion? You're not.
Timeout calls here from Alex.
You have no reference to even know whether or not I'm in sync.
Amount of value. This is very different territory. But
dude,
then again, it was
by the way, I'm streaming in a fucking hotel on Wi-Fi. It's a bloody miracle it's running at all. And I'm running the motherfucker in 1440p. So hold on to your pants and pray to whatever deity you hold dear that we even keep the fucking internet connection.
Here for Paper X. Yeah, why not? I knew you'd appreciate that. The subscribers.
It's Ivory. Thank you for the prime.
I think the tough part here for Paper X on their defender side is, of course, lack of ability to get information as well.
Okay.
Like, you don't have a lot of util.
Sire is going to try to get posted up over towards A. He's not looking for an aggressive angle. I think in general, Sire player does want to start posting up on more aggro angles. Like, for example, if they can use the Viper utility to get him posted on this, or to get him posted on this, these will be good angles over towards A, but at the moment, he's just anticipating a push out.
And you're seeing it once again here today.
Now, in order to bait this push out, you probably need to go and take mid away from them, so that they're inclined to react push on the outsides of the map.
Making them think, okay, it's just little old me here, the Rays.
But I mean, there's still a lot of danger here, right? There's a Bucky in B main. If Monyet takes contact, Forsaken's got to teleport in. Oh my god, Saya.
And yep, now, I mean, even identifying what weapons around the corner.
How the hell? Saya just got deleted. Saya needs help though. Why would you just have your operator alone in A? That doesn't make any sense.
Still in the back pocket of Monyet.
It's a really bad idea from T1. Terrible idea.
Outside of the garage. Rossi not quite catching.
Dude, then, hello, melons, hello, you melony little fucks. Get a move on. There's 30 seconds left. You have no map control, and you're popping into the stack. Are you having a fucking laugh? After I've just talked about how good your macro is, T1, you're gonna pull this shit? Please, no. How did Isu even get one? Brother, that was a terrible round from T1. That was a terrible round from T1. They post up their operator on this kind of line, and then they abandon him, and the operator tries to get posted up on a more aggressive angle on his own. No help whatsoever. Nobody holding for him. And then the rest of the team waits. Never take mid. Never try to take any kind of map control. Just pop into a stack at the end of the round. Fuck me, T1, that was bad.
Now he's got a dimensional drift for his troubles.
One is all we need on defense? Yeah, I mean, Lord knows how many PRX are going to get on attack side. Lord knows. They didn't realize Isu was there. They didn't clear the close corner. I think Isu got flashed as well. This is a really bizarre one. Devi's back up on ramp. Execute dies. Monyet's counter-ulting. Nice. PRX really thriving in the chaos there. I mean, Isu got 2 in the chaos as well, but then the rest of PRX backfilled all of the space in heaven. And T1, yeah, just overextending a little bit. They spread out, stretched out too much, and allowed PRX an opportunity to get in the middle of what they were trying to do.
Really disciplined. Plenty of time to work with on the clock.
T1 need to play slowly. They absolutely have to play slowly against PRX. Just not as fucking slowly as they did in the previous round. Playing slowly, by the way, doesn't mean not doing anything. Playing slowly can also mean methodically taking map control and squeezing your opponent until they have no info around the map.
Still just holding back. I mean, eyes not even on the spike.
It just means not instantly committing to a site once you have some map control or a pick.
Angle, every corner to check. He plays with just as much ambiguity here as PRX. He's going to try to sprint it over here towards the B site. I think he might have just...
But Josh, you get shot, you die? True. Now... Oh, I think he might have missed it by like 10 milliseconds. Oh, he got it. God damn, that was close. That was crazy close. Can Rossi win this? I think he really can. Monyet's going to give him a duel, and he's like pre-aiming the other angle. Oh, Rossi's missed it. That's so unfortunate. It's so weird because Devi doesn't even try to trade Monyet at all. Rossi thinks he's coming from a different direction.
I mean, well done.
I really didn't think he had it.
I thought he would just come up short, maybe. He got ahead of it by fractions of a second. And able to catch him off guard as well. Still had a couple snake fights there. Maybe could have used one to delay a little bit after he got the first kill, but...
Yeah, I think Isu is just a little over-ambitious there. Once he gets 2, it's a great time to try and slow the round down.
Say, okay, you guys are playing a little bit slower. You're playing for information.
What did he say? What the fuck I hit in air?
He's right.
Increasingly more lax these days.
Monyet. Did Monyet pull off some crazy shit in that round? I don't feel like he did, but I don't know.
Very much keep PRX in this one, and now the timeout coming through.
Oh, what the fuck I hear in A? Oh, I see, I see.
I was literally just thinking the same thing. I'm like, we're 5 rounds in and we're 2 timeouts deep. Like, both of these.
I thought he said I hit him. I hit in air. I was so confused what he meant. Yep, you guys are almost certainly correct.
But you know, how much unexpectedness can you actually prepare for? Like the
I hear him in A. Yeah,
pretty out there. Even for PRX,
there are far too many.
They really don't care anymore about censoring stuff. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes they feed the replays with audio, and sometimes they don't. I'm not convinced they 100% have time to scrub everything. I think sometimes they just throw them in without realizing. You got to realize the people who are cooking up the replays are turning that shit around so fast, like insanely fast. The EMEA people in particular, who are putting in so much stuff to their replays, like the efficiency of that system is absurd.
He hit him. Oh, that is just insane from something. That's the line he decides to take. Now he's going to go pushing up.
Okay. Forsaken gets one. Devi gets caught though, and T1 are in. T1 have overwhelmed. And Paper X have no chance.
I am blown away. This looked like it was going to be a couple shorty kills for sure for Paper Rex.
I don't really understand how those kills came through, to be honest.
Just great reactions from Izu. I mean,
is it just based off minimap, maybe?
Some really great maps.
I don't know. There were just so many smokes layered on top of each other there. I'm not really sure how he spotted him. Is Isu a duelist player? Well, he normally plays smokes, to be honest. Well, he kind of plays like a mixture role, but yeah, he's not. He's not usually playing Raze for them.
Manya just going to be holding on to this one for dear life. To pass it back over to something, see if you can find some value going into the next round, because it seems like timeout call, very good.
I think you're thinking too much. They're just playing ranked. Yeah, it kind of looks like it for Paper X, doesn't it?
They will now move up 4-2.
Well, I got to say, I think one thing that's really encouraging for the side of T1 is you're able to react to these
What the
crazy
fuck?
plays that
What?
What? Oh my god.
What? What the hell are those two
You're not
kills?
allowed to do that, Izu.
Oh my goodness. That is...
From that POV, it just looks like he's randomly running and spraying in the general direction. And he's just connected with 2 headshots.
Goodness.
God, go buy a lottery ticket. My jaw is on the ground. That is...
Oh, did E2 play Duelist in Tier 2?
But that's,
I guess I didn't... Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't know much about him in Tier 2.
I'm not finding anything, but I mean, Forsaken is still here, and he's just not really giving any credence to the fact that Sideplay could be around the corner, and Saya takes advantage.
This is shocking from Paper X. Any competent team should be able to shut down a play like that.
Decent posted position. He dodges down the boom bot, but now it's going to be the pit, the Cosmic Divide.
They would lose to Crew at LCQ playing like that. Where's Saya going, man? Where's Saya going? You have screens control, and Paper X are fast over there. Oh, they're going to pop flash out of their Viper ult. That's very decisive from T1. Is Mindfreak going to win the round by spraying into the pit and getting a headshot?
Put it towards the back of the site here to try to clear this. Oh, he's going to miss with it.
The tap on. The decay. He's got to back away from the pit for now. He just has no real great tools.
There's no time.
This one, the retap again. There's the spray, and it's a quick adjustment. Rossi able to take him down. T1 carrying on their merry way, now 5-2.
Some great reactions here.
I mean, Paper X better hope that they dominate the attack half. But this is...
Paper Rex outside of A main.
And they say, hey, use our own operator.
Yeah, why not?
Look, I mean, what is this?
Again,
what is this?
Understanding the way that Paper Rex wants to play some of these rounds, or they want to get aggressive, they want to catch you while you're trying to set up for your executes. Instead, T1 turns it on its head, shuts it down. Saya with a Blade Storm, Viper's Pit. Blade Storm as well.
So they pit mid. That should make it significantly easier for Paper X to win a round. But they have bad eco this round. So they've decided to commit a really important ult. I mean, Viper's Pit is super important in Paper X's comp. Because it lets them lock down a lane with only one person without being at risk of getting overwhelmed by, like, you know, multiple people, by the attacking operator, by that kind of thing. And it should allow Paper X to play like a 2-1-2 defense where they can try to fight and still have trades on both sides of the map. But instead they just have one player fighting here while they triple over towards B main. So they've got Mindfreak posted up with a stinger in B main.
something.
And now these duelists are rotating over to try to help something.
He is getting some help from Monyet.
The read is correct here.
They're making their way there. Will it be in time? Ooh.
This is how Sire players attack op is going to find picks. I think it's a really good decision by T1 to have him attack opping. But the something gets one, but that's it. The two players in backside both got killed. Isu again having a really good entry. It was bad weaponry, but yeah, I think PRX committing the Viper's Pit in this round is a mistake. I think they needed to save it for the next and just accept that they're down 6-2. Hello, Sajo. I noticed you didn't co-stream Loud versus Leviathan. Do you hate LATAM? Yes. Yes, I do, actually.
Yeah, again, they're just reacting so well. You know, PRX is trying to buy a little bit of extra time to get the reinforcements there, but Izu's so ready for it. While this is the first time Izu has played Raze here in VCT Pacific, he has played it some before. He was typically a duelist main, actually, before he came over to T1. If people don't know, you know, back when he was playing in the VCJ, he was often playing Jet. Sometimes Raze, but mostly Jet, so he's very comfortable.
Did you not cast yesterday?
Right? He has played that this year.
It looked damn good.
We didn't have any games yesterday.
So when you get him on the duelist, you can see he's very comfortable. He has tremendous reactions, tremendous reflexes, and it's even
T1's aim. They've got a very skilled team, actually.
Speaking of hard times, Alex is giving having one right now.
I don't understand what Alex can even be upset about, to be honest, because I don't understand how this comp is even supposed to function.
Yeah, I mean, this is a brutal position to be in. I mean,
this composition needs to fight as much as the, like, so we've been talking about this a lot, the zero sentinel comps, like, for example, the one that, like, Loud is running, right? Or who else was running Breach Fade earlier today? Fuck, I can't remember.
Well, now PRX want to be the ones who are dictating
Na'Vi was running it.
They are not.
No, exactly.
It's the same idea as those comps. It still needs to fight on defense. It needs to proactively go and gather information. But it's so much worse at fighting because they have 3 duelists. They don't have any stuns. They don't have any seizes. They don't have anything that will actually lock their opponents in place and allow them to pin them down and fight them. They just have to fucking run around the map trying to force duels against T1.
It's another big change up though.
Mindfreak might just get caught here going for a jump peek. Oh, they're just going to send it with the ult. Monyet is on heaven. They trade it out. Paranoia, Flash as well. I like the way that Forsaken is playing this. He gets the kill onto Carpe as well. Now, Rossi is miles away right now. Absolutely miles away. And I like that T1 are calming things down. Now, unfortunately, Excurit's the only person in sight. And he's been seen by the Yoru ultimate. I mean, the Yoru is very good at punishing the Oppa.
Seems like this timeout working here for the
so
PRX.
The big difference in this round is that PRX flood defended and they got back in with the Paranoia and the Flash to continue pressuring.
Able to get out.
I think generally speaking T1 should not be trying to play fast rounds like that because the longer that Sire player is able to keep the attack operator online, the more chance there is that PRX are losing information, going for info peaks, and giving away first kills. It's fine to mix up the pace every now and then, but generally speaking, T1 want to play slow against this. They killed the Raze ult? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's another huge one as well, right?
Pick up 3 kills to get PRX 3 rounds. See if that momentum can continue, because so far it's only been 2 rounds consecutively.
But even if they'd all just abandoned sight and then the Raze ult hadn't got anybody, even if they don't kill Itsu, I think they just did a really good job about getting established back into the site. Would double op be worth something for this comp? Or for the defenders?
From Forsaken and Mindfreak. With the fake out into the Paranoia.
Possibly. Possibly. I mean, it's not like T1 have a shit ton of initiator utility. Yeah, it could work.
Allow him to find the rest of the players that are on this B site.
It's extremely expensive. It's not something that they've been able to afford thus far. But yeah, it could be possible.
It's a bit more defaulty here from T1. setup that we've been
How are
seeing.
you streaming here and on Bren's channel? I'm extraordinarily talented.
They're at 1, and now a gate crash.
I'm going to do a magic trick later on where I go to bed and I continue streaming at the same time on Bren's channel. It's going to be fucking insane. I've actually solved sleep. I don't need it.
Stationed up in mail.
Yeah, letting loose the gate crash on his way over for sure. Got to make sure that he has the ability to flex between
So
two sites.
here's the thing. Again, if T1 play slowly like this, I think generally PRX are going to eventually give them picks. This is really aggro play though from Sire player. Like he is getting deep just on his own here. Whoa! The jump gate crash for info. And Monyet peeks to go for the nade and gets punished. Holy fucking Itsu! That movement was so clean by Itsu. Did you see that? The double blast pack bunny hop at the end, straight into Devi's face, clocked him. God damn, man.
Cash push forward to try to buy for another
Oh,
teammate here.
caught in astral form. Good trade from Carpe. Shut down any kind of damage before it happened.
Something now is just going to have to drift away back over towards the A site up in hand.
Yeah, he used to looking nuts. You used to have movement like that?
That information jump gate
When?
crash there.
When have you ever seen me move
Sets
like
up
that?
Monyet, but Monyet can't convert.
I can't move like that in real life.
Great mental preparedness from T1 so far today for these really aggressive PRX style plays where they're jumping in and out of smokes where you maybe normally
Something has been nothing this whole half.
combos like that. We saw it a bit in the
Yeah, he hasn't been in the right place to be able to challenge the op, which is just kind of, you know, luck to some degree. And if they have jumped on top of his head, he's not really able to do a huge amount.
Side, that's again where this comp is going to shine, if it is going to shine.
Yeah, that should be the spot. Given that you're bringing that triple duelist,
Kevin Goko?
The attack.
Don't know what that meant.
On paper, it makes sense. But right now, in execution,
You're a Prem soldier, Josh? I mean, I had movement like that when I played TF2, actually, yeah. My TF2 movement was fairly clean. It wasn't the most clean in the world, but it was pretty
my
clean.
brain was slow and I couldn't think of an alternative.
So something has still got the operator. He's walking down mid. He's got no help here in mid. Actual no help. Something has just decided, fuck it, I'll just win the game and not come to my team what my game plans are.
Collection of T1 right outside of A main.
Look at how much information and space PRX has. Finally, these push-outs.
Alright, dog goes off. Gate crash. Forsaken can try and contest this and still get out over towards elbow.
Forsaken expecting pressure on the back of that. A lot of times the Trailblazer.
Look how slow T1 are.
Going to lead the way for a potential hit, but T1.
They do need to use the Viper wall and take some space at some point here, though.
Why would we want to potentially risk
I'm
it?
looking at the clock. They've wasted 40 seconds with no map control. These kind of rounds always make me worried.
Before we go, it could just be timed hit.
They're taking even longer.
PRX being a little bit impatient, but all the information on the map.
It's fine to play slowly, but it's not fine to just stay in the same place for a minute.
Contact A or B, or I mean, excuse me, mid or B. So certainly.
They're not baiting out any
It looks
peaks.
like they think they might have peeled off and are sitting in.
They just got to go for an A exec now.
Oh, well, that's
All right.
Okay, that's going to be the go button here for the side of
Devi gets one.
on the entrance, full flash there on a
Execurate's been given the operator. They now have an Astra op at the back.
Snappy. Make a connection.
Devi sprays down two. Sounds like Execurate missed the shot.
Fine for them. Forsaken will.
Yeah. That's an example of how to not play a slow round.
Still hanging in there. They get themselves up to
Again, the way that you force PRX to make mistakes is by taking map control away from them. The more map control you take away from them, the more they have to peek or push for info, and then they will peek into your operator. They're not just going to randomly fucking walk into your op. Actually, they might do sometimes because they're PRX, but they're not going to do it every round. So I think that's just another kind of misplayed round by T1. It's fine to hold at the beginning of the round for like, 10, 20 seconds and see what happens, but not a minute.
Forsaken just swinging out. Taking down side player. Not affected at all by any of that Yoru utility.
So, Saya's been given the opening pick at the start of the round again.
To do it. Another kill this early into the round would just be catastrophic for them. Early clear on that
And now PRX, because they're down a player, now they are more likely to go and make the hero play. So I don't mind Saya player holding this angle at this point, because yeah, they're quite likely to go and make a play here. This is going to be an enormous clash. Look at Monyet's ult. Monyet could win this round.
So close to each other without really knowing it.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
Monyet
back
dies. He
where
got traded.
very much for the picture-in-picture.
Like that.
Spot there as Carpe gets taken down, but Monyet gets traded. Cosmic Divide now going to be...
Saya needs to leave, man. No, don't become the lurking jet.
Starting to inch forward, but
Okay, they're just going to leave and go into A?
the rotation happened. He's trying to drag the team over towards A side. They're going to do just that.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate this
really
call.
Good communications here for the side of T1, recognizing that the other side of the map was going to be a little bit more open, hoping that the Cosmic Divide invested would...
I think it's very obvious that T1 are rotating. I don't think it's disguised in any way. Something Divide might still be able to win this.
He wraps around, but Divide gets himself up and towards heaven. Drops down, spots Rossi for a brief little moment. Straight pushing forward.
Oh, that's a big kill from Execute. We get a... Oh, that's a great shot by Something.
Speaking of timing, T1 running out.
Rossi is going to stick. Nope. Up over the top. Wow. Nice try. I think Saya would have been able to get the trade there anyway. Maybe not with the AWP. 8-4 though. That was a pretty terrible half from PaperX. Like genuinely terrible. The only rounds they won were the ones where, I mean, essentially where T1 just ran out of time.
Maneuver around, find some really good opportunities. Again, match PaperX in terms of their speed and their decisiveness. That's something that very few teams have had.
The thing is, though, is 4 rounds enough? It actually might be if PaperX have an extremely explosive idea of what they want to do, and T1 don't have the right reaction to it. I could see T1 struggling a little. I think in theory, PaperX's comp isn't that good on attack side. It can't take map control very easily. It doesn't have drone utility. It only has 2 flashes to be able to work with anyway. But I think PaperX are just going to pop A over and over again. And if T1 can't figure out the solution, the map could still get close.
I mean, I wouldn't want to face this triple duelist comp against PaperX.
How the fuck did T1 catch PaperX by surprise when that rotate was so obvious? I don't think they did catch PaperX by surprise. Something was there, ready to collect it. Devi was in heaven. Like, they knew that they were rotating A.
See that dedication as well as a significantly more riled up crowd.
They were fired up outside earlier before the event. They were loud.
I'm pretty sure PaperX read it.
They were lined up
hours.
I think 3 hours before I left my house.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw Jake Shin posting pictures that the line was long.
I was like, damn, everybody's already there to the venue. I'm rolling out of bed right now. I'm about to get in the shower, get in my car, get ready to drive over there.
Okay, so PaperX are going to hammer A on the pistol. This is my read on how PaperX are going to play, because I've seen them do explosive pops before. I mean, something with like updraft dashes into heaven, Forsaken going for Yoru TPs all the way into like screens or elbow, Monyet exploding as well. So they just overwhelm Carpe at the very beginning. You can see that the gate crashed there. I mean, what is that? Paranoia from Mindfreak just connecting onto both the duelist, I think, there. So T1, I think, are going to find it pretty difficult to hold onto A. I think T1 should be trying to hold onto A heaven as much as... is that correct, actually? Maybe they should be hard anchoring sight. Honestly, I think if Carpe hard anchors sight as a Sky, I think he might just farm. If he has a teammate to play off, like if they played a defense setup that had one player here and then one player here, and the player here tried to like fight a bit more aggressive when they popped in, and then Carpe Sky flashes off this player's contact, I think that might tear PaperX to pieces.
PaperX gets hit by the guiding light early and just decides to just keep kind of 5-manning.
Alice is going crazy. Okay, we've got to take a look. What the hell is going on here? Twitch.tv/Bren. What is going on here?
To get onto the site, and then Forsaken.
It's fucking ridiculous how similar that looks to me.
I bet my realistic mustache, this is my real mustache, that PRX wins this map. I just completely forgot. Because I am lacking oxygen to my brain because this shit is blocking it. Is that... Oh! Look at this!
Wait, that round was over in fucking 4 seconds.
This is a dive comp.
This is a dive
Zen
comp.
Ana dead. Zen Ana dead. Hank's dead because no heals.
Wait, I'm missing out on the actual insight over there on the Alice stream. Fucking hell. You got better analysis than I do.
Not only do you have the jet dashes, you have the blast packs, you have the gate
She's
crashes,
cooking. She's cooking.
with Mind Freak as well. They're going to be all over the place. It is
Okay,
gonna be so
another
hard
A pop.
potentially to keep
Paper
track
X are
of
just sending it A again. What did I say, chat? What did I say? They're just gonna go A. What did I say? Something's gonna go into heaven. Something is going to dash into heaven. T1 have already got the read on what's going on here. This is so fucking obvious from Paper X. I've seen these XX before. I've seen them before. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a Paper X round. The second kills 3 of them as T1 tries to fight heaven and they all line up. Oh, bro.
On for an ace, but I don't know if Rossi and Carpe
What does it matter? There's no point playing well.
Push forward. Carpe is able to find Divine.
Winnable?
Now that they bring it into a 2v2.
Or Mind Freak is just walk peeking that. He's not even swinging it. He just walks onto the angle. Does Rossi win this? Rossi's kind of good in the clutch.
They just kind of walk and line up for it. They're trying to peek together to try to shut down that push. It's the right idea. It's just the wrong angle.
Flopped in. Rossi trying to get in there before he
Nah.
can't quite get.
Got tagged, couldn't adjust his aim in time.
He manages to stand his ground.
That is a
Paper X suddenly 3 rounds
silly
consecutively
round.
converting a bonus like T1 did before that.
I think it's a very predictable execute from Paper X. But then the triple fight over towards heaven, they all shallow peeked. They literally all lined up. All of them.
Pacey,
Brutal.
WP gaming style that Paper X is going to play. Izu has been really good in these moments at handling some of the initial pressure, but it's just that one kind of missed timing there from T1.
Everybody on T1 grouped up around mid.
And we've already seen it once.
They're expecting an A pop and then they'll get fast on the flank. No Sentinel, obviously, for this comp.
Holding an angle.
Call going to be made as Rossi says, guys, I need some assistance. Backs away, screens in for a moment. Wants to try to get a catch on it.
So these guys are on the fast flank. Paper X are normally good in these moments at making very quick pivots. If they realize that T1 are heavily on the flank, they're going to immediately run and take heaven control or screens control or something. They're not going to give a fuck that Rossi's there. They're just actually going to shove it into him.
As the creep up comes through, is the first and Carpe. Wow, the headshot managed to
Okay. They didn't realize immediately there was a stack there.
Still though, 3 players alive. Rossi finding Mind Freak.
Has something got the information that everybody's there? He looked like, yeah, now he knows. He kills them all though. He just kills them all. Alright, fair enough.
At the same time. Bloody, a hell of a lot closer than we might have anticipated given the thrifty attempt, but it is Paper X winning the round. And now tying it
Oh, Jesus, please.
I mean, Paper X is anticipating this.
Oh, I don't like this. I do not like the operator here.
Carpe is so good
Because I think if they're just going to pop A, I don't think you're going to get... Like, where does the op hold? Screens?
Trying to jazz him up.
Yeah, they're getting there.
If you op heaven, aren't you just getting Yoru flashed and something's going to dash into heaven behind you?
I mean, just look at this though. The
I mean, here we go, B pop.
Consistently, and now they just shifted up, go to B. X-Straight, however, looking forward, not taking
Good,
the bait on that fake out. Now side to strike, managing to find 2. Can't get the transfer.
Good patience on the Yoru clone.
Brother v brother.
3v3. Devi getting a kill in mid. Itsu folds. And now Saya players playing retake with the op. This is another reason why I don't think the op is amazing. Oh well, maybe it is. Maybe I'm talking shit. I think you're going to end up playing retake a lot against Paper X's comp because they're just going to group up as 5 and run into sights. So I think you probably want a rifle most of the time.
Back over towards Garage. Side player catching a pixel out of position there. Rossi.
Monyet insta-trade onto Rossi. Instant.
To zone him out. He's swinging around the backhand side. Side player not ready for this one at all. Monyet will pick up the
Good wrap around the pillar from Monyet there after he put his nade down on the other side.
Great bait and switch there from Monyet.
This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Was 4 rounds enough? Because T1 are not able to hold on right now.
Kind of anticipating with this triple duelist.
T1 just cannot figure out the solution.
Divide on the lurk that catches the big kill onto Izu to keep his raise from having any impact on that round. Nice pull on the showstopper. Yeah, you don't get any kills, but you bought
Literally all they're doing is just picking a site and 5-person bursting into the site.
Divide to get to a position where you can potentially use the snake bites and things like that to delay the post plant.
Do you remember people got mad at a tier 2 team in North America for doing that way back when? There was a team, I think it was Renegades, were running double duelist on split, and they were just running A pop, then B pop, then like A pop, B pop. And the pro teams were getting so fucking mad at them. They were like, these guys are not even, you know, playing the game properly. They're just execing.
Yeah, it's been all Paper X.
Actually Paper X right now.
That's got to get a little bit concerning. I mean, again, you're also in a similar position though as T1, right?
It's simple mathematics. 5 is better than 3 max on site. It is. It's simple mathematics. If only T1 could rig the fights in their favor by
few teams can make that happen. Now you do have some really good ults here for T1 to maybe
perhaps
go for those
holding some important pieces of the map and playing retake without their operator being a large problem.
See if this can have a similar effect. The side player will have the knives.
I think you can anchor against this though as well. I don't think it has enough overwhelming initiator utility for you to be forced to play retake. I don't think it's like the loud comp where it's just like you're getting absolutely destroyed with utility.
Look how deep this star is.
The flash is good. Execute goes 1 for 1. Forsaken comes around the other side. This is still winnable though for T1. If something gets this, sorry, if Sire player gets this kill on Forsaken. Device also on the wraparound, or they've spotted something in spawn.
Around the corner up towards Mail. Rossi is looking for it. It's point blank range. So that Stinger can find value.
All right, something gets caught. Alt. Oh, Isu didn't react properly. Oh my god, and Forsaken just swings. 1v1, another 1v1. Rossi and Mindfreak. And he tries the same thing again. Rossi tries to wide swing through the smoke, and Mindfreak still gets the kill. Mindfreak's bossing the 1v1s against Rossi right now. But that was an eco round for T1.
I mean, just unreal timing from Forsaken on that gate crash to get out of the way of this showstopper. He knew it was coming, and he set that up as a bait. I mean, he's just so brilliant on Yoru. He's just absolutely one of the best in the world.
Come on, Bliad.
Oh boy.
Wow. Has something perhaps been a bad influence on the team?
Especially when you have a brother on the opposite side of the stage.
That's true. That's true. You gotta taunt the older brother, no doubt about it.
I mean, we've seen the success of the brothers over
in goes
the
Forsaken.
well.
True.
And now
this should be really difficult to stay inside the pit. Oh, there's no way. What are you doing, you maniac? I mean, yeah, sure, use the Yoru ult for your teammates to spam or scale into it, but... Oh, Carpe whiffed onto Monya. Sorry, not onto Monya, onto something. Isu with a trade. Isu gets something as well. Okay, something with a little bit of a whiff there.
Brings us now into a 2v2.
Another round that's gone down to very low numbers, but even situation.
Spot anything. Izu makes his presence known here.
Oxy ult, yeah. Honestly, Forsaken and Oxy are pretty similar on Duelist in terms of their tendencies.
They were a little short.
It's like overheat central sometimes. They didn't clear the default box. And Mindfreak's wrapped around.
There with the crossfire.
Oh, Paper X have always had extraordinary clutch win rates, and while I think T1 should be doing a better job of holding this off in general, a lot of these rounds are coming down to like 2v2s, 1v1s that Paper X are simply playing better.
Tough position for Izu, trying to guess where Monyet is hiding. It's actually just right by the spike.
Yeah, I think it's a bad idea to buy the op.
Itself, not behind that box.
I think it's just
was anticipating
a bad choice. Now, why is something buying an op? I mean, something, you're surely just going to pop knives this round anyway, right? They're going to fake it as if it's heavy over towards B, actually, with purely the Yoru. And they're hoping that they can contact all the way up here.
Work around the edges of the smoke, Rossi.
Ooh, Devi is so deep in.
allows for him to come out on
The
top.
pull is nice as well, actually. Oh, the flash is shit, and Forsaken still kills Rossi.
Still pushing through the wall. Comes up with the kill.
Something also died to a judge.
Finds something, Excurate, wrapping back around over towards this A site.
So, this is the first round where PaperX have tried to mess with the pace a little bit. They've been doing fast round, fast round, fast round, fast round, and they add a slow round in here to try to catch T1 off guard. It's a nice idea, but didn't work.
From Moniat to try to hold the line. The swing in, he's spotted, rotates objects in behind and cannot find Carpe. T1 will break the winning streak. Themselves back into the driver's seat, at least for a
Now
round.
Saya's got the operator again. I mean, the thing is, if Saya gets posted on the correct position with the op, he might be able to get one and get out and give his team a player advantage for the retake, but he's not going to be able to help his team hard anchor. He's not going to be able to hold a choke point and go more than 1-for-1, because they're just going to, the tempo of this triple duelist team is just going to run him down. And I think it's more likely that he picks the wrong lane. Like, if you consider it, if you just think it's a 33%, right? Do they come mid? Do they come A? Do they come B? Most of the time, you're going to be on the wrong lane. It looks like he might have picked correctly this time, though.
Day that end was Y, so.
And PaperX are mostly going A. I just think I don't even like this position because fucking something's going to be dashing into heaven behind you. Alright, I mean, fuck it, I guess. Something whiffs and side player hits a shot. Sure. Analysis doesn't mean anything.
Aware that this is completely empty otherwise, so still are taking their time trying to move up, worried about that potential deep lurk, back screen.
What in the fuck? What is this positioning from Monyet?
He's way in spawn,
but no one's rotating towards him.
This would be a good time to try to leave and go B. To try to force T1 to rotate through spawn.
Actually, maybe Rossi is going to end up walking right into him.
Do they know that he went back here is the real question.
Oh, mind freak. Spots one. That's all he's going to be.
That's a big trade by Itsu. Itsu's fragging has been really good.
He was very well aware that somebody could have taken that position.
Can Devi clutch up from inside the pit? This is where Saya player needs to be leaping into the pit and having his team trade him out. That's a really important kill by Excurate. And they just start spamming into the pit with the right click. Alright, T1 finally able to pick up a round.
11 to 10, T1.
Yeah, I don't think Saya player is going to be able to get value out of his operator like he did in that round regularly.
Good read by Rossi. Such great communication and awareness here from T1 to know that there's a player back there. He was expecting it the whole way. So, by the way, he's peeking that angle. Just a little bit of a
the vulnerable's pretty huge, though.
Slowly, methodically flushing Devi out of the backside of that Viper's pit.
All right, so what are the chances here that Monyet just ultra sends it in the first 5 seconds with his ult?
So this
1,
is just so smart,
2, 3, 4, 5. Literally 5 seconds sent it with the ult. Well, Saya player picks up Forsaken, who was trying to, I don't know what, on the other side of the map. Don't ask me what Forsaken was doing there because I have no idea. He clearly wasn't trying to distract or make a fake or whatever. I guess he's just trying to work a pick on the other side of the map somehow. Don't know.
Get PaperX up to map point.
So Saya player is finding value out of the op, but in the weirdest ways. He still has to retake 5v4 with an op in hand. 3 players flashing the piss out of something. What a great flash into the smoke. Good work by Itsu. Really good by Itsu. Itsu is looking like T1's best player here. He's fucking pounding.
Oh, just phenomenal stuff.
He's just so important in terms of the trade kills he gets. So important there that he gets his half on the defuse while the rest of his team is creating pressure. Then when his team got stalled out a little bit and he realized that T1 couldn't hold them off perfectly, he gets off it and waits for Devi. Really, really good by Izzy. Really good.
That PaperX can employ, but T1's just better. And the Izu that time not going to miss his showstopper. Now
Forsaken is going to come out of the ult and try and get a kill with the judge. And to be honest, Saya player, like, what does Saya player do with this? How does Saya player defend himself from a Yoru if the Yoru gets onto him? Okay, he just tries to bucket. He just fucking leaves. Fair enough. A lot of space created for Paper X right now. A ton of space. They need these three, Rossi, Carpe, and Itsu, to make space in heaven to pull these other players back. Monyet gets one inside the smoke. How does the shorty win that? How does the shorty win? Carpe's on the defuse. They're winning this. They're winning this. Divide. He's inside the corner. What a fucking goated Astro Wall. What a goated Astro Wall from X-Curate.
Just such a beautiful Cosmic Divide for so many reasons here for T1. One, it cuts off all of Paper X. Completely denies their vision on how T1 is trying to attempt this
What a
retake.
sick Astro Wall. It gave Sire Player the kill.
That you cannot spam through it.
And Carpe just stuck.
Like right on top of Carpe to
Holy
stop it. That's got
shit.
X-Curate fired up.
T1 are back in the game. They've actually got a tiny bit of a cushion with their economy as well.
At map point, T1 looking to take this one away from
This is one of the first rounds where Paper X are playing a spread kind of default. How does this comp default though?
There's T1.
Alright, they know that these guys have pushed out B main. So it looks like they're grouping up to try to react in. Nope, they've counter-called. They're going back to clear it instead. And T1 are triple facing and just take down something in Monyet with clean shots.
Not allowing for that counter swing to come into play.
Very happy to brawl there, T1. This should be it. This should be the map.
Mind Freak now going to be TPing forward here onto the site.
Frankly, a little disappointing that T1 weren't able to put this away more easily, but I can understand that it's pretty tough to play against Paper X playing at this kind of tempo. Oh no, I've spoken too early. Oh no, I've spoken way too fucking early. Way too early. I spoke way too early.
Oh, and he just holds for it! Oh, it is not done yet. Playoffs.
I'm having a religious moment. I'm having a religious moment.
Unreal. Full flashed. Just spray it down. The fadeaway from Forsaken. And what a map he's had so far. 25, 18, and 5 on the Yoru. Mind Freak having a whale of a map as well. Is that the Odin?
I've got to see that replay. Mind Freak's spray down is super good, but this was like...
Keeps it, but full flashed.
Dude, he like one taps him in the flash. That's crazy.
What a setup there.
That is crazy.
Up on top and get that spray down.
All right, Sire Player's going to have the attack operator. I really do like the attack op, but you need to play slowly whilst taking map control in order to force info peaks out of Paper X. Please don't go for an exec immediately, like you did in one round. And please don't stand in B main for 1 minute. Oh my god, he's going to pop flash out here. Is anyone playing anti? Oh my god, the paranoia comboed with it. That is so lovely. It's a gamble. They don't know for sure that T1 is over towards B main, but man, that worked perfectly, the paranoia flash play. Perfectly. No, they have actually tried doing that before, the paranoia flash. They just haven't actually caught anyone with it. Surely Carpe does not ace with the op. Surely. Surely. It's not winnable. It's not hashtag Philly Fusion winnable. My Widowmaker main? My Widowmaker main? He doesn't know where something is.
Something on the corner and Defy in heaven above him.
Oh my god, they don't know where he is. Oh no, they do. They do.
And it is. Carpe will go down and Paper X will get themselves up to map point.
I mean, this flash is just not expected at all by T1. I mean, one of their players had to hide behind the box.
Oh, fuck.
He got full
Okay.
flashed as well.
No operator for Sire player. Please, no op for
They're
Sire.
just like trying to get out of there and they can't do anything. Unbelievable.
Dude, I spilled the water. Fuck.
Oh, they're going for a tech timeout.
Now the Paper X get
Tech timeout because Forsaken spilled his water everywhere. Oh no, it's a tactical timeout.
calling a timeout to try to get this reset, get them back into the driver's seat. And you got to think that he's just, good God, guys. We haven't been able to talk in like 10 rounds. Stuff's been going wild. I got a lot to get off my mind here.
I mean, now it really has to work because that was a defender's side round win for Paper X. That's the side they
The 4 rounds that they won on...
it felt like in a lot of ways. So
the 4 rounds they won on defense were all retake rounds, which means it's horrendous to try to buy an operator here. Please, I don't want to come in and see an op.
For Paper X's aggression, see if you can.
Okay, they're not running the op.
Looks to me like they're setting up
Now,
for an A-hit.
I really want to see Carpe hard anchor here, but they're not going to go for it. I mean, they could just try to fight them here as well. They could try to get Saya into this corner. I think all of these would be fairly decent ideas at stopping the A hit. And Paper X have mostly been going A, so this might catch people off guard a little bit, that they just immediately go for the B hit. The shorty trying to get the punish. That's really nice shooting by Xsquirt to shut down his little brother. And the spam kills him. 3v3. Devi is miles away. Good nade. That's going to stop the plant. Devi! Oh my god, he spots him! Wow! Wow, what is that awareness from Rossi? They are literally planting B. They are literally planting B, and he's checking for Devi on the lurk. What the fuck? Oh, did he hear him? I didn't realize. Did he hear the footsteps? That's tragic.
1v3 clutch to finish it. Otherwise, T1 tying us again and extending this OT. He's pushing out, spotting one. Izu taking a bit of damage. He's looking for more. Last pack lost.
Izu was swinging there before he could get traded, but he still won the duel. Alright, we go 13-13.
Where have we seen this before with Mon yet? With that pillar, but he was playing a very different agent. This time around, not going to be able to come through with the heroic clutch on split, as we saw in the previous season. I love the way Xsquirt plays this.
Extremely good from Xsquirt. Do you see him flick there towards the teleport? And then he still manages to readjust his aim to punish the swing through the smoke. I think Forsaken's timing there is really nice to try to trade out something and get the kill too.
There's the Odin, I was wondering.
Well, now that they're on the defender side, he's going to bring this one
Forsaken
out. I mean,
Odin.
With this gun.
What the hell is he up to here?
Pearl.
Is he just going to try and spam, basically, down the choke point?
Flash out, the rush forward, something waiting within the smoke, however, shuts out side player very swiftly.
T1 should be playing. Oh my god, that's crispy clean from something. That's bonkers good.
Golly.
This guy's built different. Fucking hell.
Control very firmly in the hands of Paper X.
There. Yeah, they just do such a good job here. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, I think T1 should be playing slower rounds. I think they're getting sucked into the frantic pace of Paper X. The faster you play against the triple duelist composition, the better it's going to be for them. I mean, this kind of pace is better, but it's a 3v5, 3v4. They've still got 45 seconds to work with, though, here, T1. They can still try to, you know, work the map a bit. I actually like the idea of leaving Itsu inserted into male while they make presence in A Heaven. Because I think you're likely to get some kind of contact reclear of B Heaven. T1 aren't really making noise around the map, though. They're just, you know, contacting around, grouping up. Not a great clear of hell there. 10 seconds. They haven't cleared sight at all. Xsquirt has to stick. He doesn't have time. Yeah.
Yet will get one.
Well, they were in a 3v5 there after, you know, Saya player went in really, really quickly, and then something hit the world's most ridiculous one-tap. So.
To pick up the first. The second is just god tier. Just god tier play. Again, what do you do against that? Ready for the follow-up.
Yeah.
I like the way T1 plays this, though, in the mid-round. I like that they do the
I feel
double
like if
pump.
T1 run that dash up mid strategy against most teams, they run away from Saya player. And PaperX are like, no, I'm going to take the fight against Saya player, actually.
You can see they're already shifting their weight towards
Whoop,
the A
there
side.
goes Monya.
Now, operator again, glass cannon.
There's the dash into heaven. They're leaving heaven.
Knows that he's going to be up there on the rafter.
Rossi's hard anchoring.
Really get Saya, but
Whoa, Saya's dashing diagonally back in. And Forsaken's just kind of running at them. Something's got isolated as well because he got torn away from his duelist duos.
both remaining players here from PaperX down on the side itself.
Holy shit.
Clear the corner. And let's keep
How
it
is Saya
going.
getting
14 to
impact with the
14.
op like this, man?
T1 reset us again.
Yeah, now we're getting to see that Saya player.
Fucking hell. That's the first round that they've won on defense that wasn't a retake, by the way.
Such great use there, able to avoid that initial
The first, yeah, I said he shouldn't buy the operator because they were playing like perma retake.
to open this one up.
And this round,
Saw something go up there. Forsaken was up there as well, trying to come down.
yeah, he just perfectly had the read on where they were going to push
Saya
into him
player.
and hit the shots really nicely.
Stevens, Odin once again here for PaperX on this defender side. There was a moment where T1 heard it fire in the previous affair.
Oh, Izu. Full blind,
What?
but they didn't realize that he was behind the box. Ends up getting taken down. Divide with a nice lurk forward. Does mention gets execute over on ramp, but then
This could be the round that T1 need. Oh my god, Forsaken gets 2.
comes up with 2 quick kills. TPs himself.
The reposition gets punished. 2v2.
Massive weapon before side player gets him in the head.
Do they use a paranoia to try and set something up here?
Goodness.
Now the 2v2.
They do have a blind for them to try to get in.
On freaking screens, something approaching.
Oh, they've spotted Saya.
They make eye contact for a brief moment, and now side
Blinded the player in elbow.
back over and turns away.
Saya wins the duel. Mind freak. He's freaking my mind. He's been so clinical in the clutch. He's just
all the time in the world.
he's unbeatable in the clutch today. Unbeatable. He's won so many 1v1s.
He's so fast here to get this double.
Show me the replay from his POV. That looks like an extraordinary flick. Was Carpe farming Altorb there?
Caught lining up, and that is so nasty, Mind Freak. Goodness. They're just unbelievable. The way that it looks like a round is about to completely slip away from PaperX, and then they just find that perfect
Jesus
moment,
Christ.
perfect angle, that perfect timing.
It's Jason Bourne.
Completely turn things around.
They can't get past the PaperX players.
Opportunity here once again for PaperX to shut it down,
The
but
individual
I
skill is
this
just
one feels
nuts.
like maybe we're not done. I don't know.
Well, this is why we see the timeout call.
T1 getting tested so hard in terms of how they can control the game.
Ever since OT began.
How do timeouts in overtime work? I thought each team gets one. Yeah, they do. T1 already used theirs. This is PaperX's. After this, no more timeouts.
Time to intervene now.
Did PaperX just skill it though, or did they actually outplay them strategically?
Finish this map.
What was the strategic outplay in that round?
You know, you gotta feel like
Forsaken swinging them with an
PaperX
Odin?
has their defender side figure out. It's only a matter of time before the sand in the hourglass runs out for T1.
Well, I mean, I'm all ears.
They've got that glass
What
cannon
was the
once again.
strategic
Last time,
outplay
that
there?
worked a treat for Saya.
Devi took a timing to push out A main, which was bold, and, you know, Forsaken took a timing to swing screens. Like, they've got good game sense in terms of how they find their timings and find gaps in people scaling or people execing. I'm not trying to take that away from them. Like, PaperX is all about catching timings and having reads on how other people are going to play and catching them off guard. I got no qualms with that.
No one down on the site there to receive.
But I would file that under individual skill rather than strategy.
The buy has been going for is still going to be coming through, or Forsaken is going to be trying to rotate around, having
Now,
some
T1 are in another retake situation, and Saya player's got the op again.
Screen holds again.
But he's watching for.
There's going to be a massive fight in heaven here. An unbelievable fight in heaven. Please show me the POV.
Something, however, entering up into heaven finds Rossi.
Rossi was super isolated there. T1 have no control over heaven. Saya. Oh my god, Saya. Oh my god, the aim is spectacular. What the fuck are you doing, Carpe? What in the Lord's name is going on there? What was that attempt to get him back into sight? It's over. It's actually fucking Jova. What happened? They fell over like a flaccid cock.
16-14 will take the
They just flopped into sight.
Here in playoffs over T1.
Yeah, and in this last round, giving him a little bit of space, trying to play for retake.
What happened there?
Just having none of it. The phenomenal crossfire setup towards Heaven really just shut.
Good post-plant play though by PaperX in that round, and yeah, just too many threats. Too many threats for T1 to stop.
Who else? Who else?
And if you told me coming into today, Forsaken, he's going to drop over 30.
They just exec'd basically every single round. They just ran into A almost every single round, and sometimes they ran into B. And T1 could not figure out a solution. I mean, just the definition of it doesn't matter how many ideas you have, you only need one that works.
Against PaperX in general, it's hard to find your footing, but they stuck in this one. But now we have their map picking up a set, getting ready to come up. First, we'll throw it back over the desk, though, to break down all of the crazy.
I don't feel like we really saw them trying to have the sky hard anchor at any point on A. I don't think we saw them try to set up for a fast retake on A at any point. They just kept trying to put the op in different positions, and he only found value in one round.
Divided their win streak and brought it over to an overtime. That was insanity.
It really is just crazy.
My heart's so like.
Why didn't T1 pick Lotus? I have no idea. No idea.
It just went like full on Paper fan mode. Asteroids just like.
One of these teams is going to Masters Madrid.
It got personal on stage. It got personal on the desk. Things were flying.
The individual skill, like PaperX are doing this to T1. Dude, PaperX are going to do this to other teams as well.
Get out of here. I mean, T1 was fantastic though.
Yeah.
Saya player on the op was, you know, honestly, if Coach Alex did not call that timeout at the very end, and
this stream just hating on APAC because NA could never.
I don't know. This
yeah,
for a really long time.
Yeah, there was a risk reward to how
it annoys me watching a team fail to figure out the solution to a very similar thing happening over and over and over again to them. It's bothersome, but you can't deny that it works for PaperX. Man, they are the king of increasing the tempo and watching other teams just crumble in front of them.
It's not going to be arriving in time, and so they can just deal with the other players of T1. And T1, on that very last round, as we saw, were starting to panic. They were like, we need to push this. We already have the numbers advantage, and then they started spying. Yes, they
both these teams should be in Madrid. Yeah, I mean, I can get behind that. It looks like T1 and PaperX are both playing pretty well. I mean, you can't argue on an individual level that PaperX are playing badly. They're pretty tight with each other too. I mean, of course they're tight with each other. They're execing every round. But dude, the map pool here is just so rough for T1, dude. We're going to Ascent and then Sunset. I thought PaperX's ideas with the no duelist comp looked pretty solid on Sunset. I'm excited to watch that again. I hope T1 wins this next map just so that we see all three maps.
Both of them were expended, but you can feel the impact of it.
What was the team that went A 12 times in a row, I think, on Haven? I mean, DRX did that against Fnatic in one of the big tournaments.
The Euro is back.
But
it's always great.
I tend to think about Immortals going A 12 times on Icebox.
Dongjae came to us, he was like, was this a mistake?
Secret did that against DRX.
Was this a real comp? It's like, yes, well, it's PaperX.
April Fool's Joke?
Triple duelists, I mean, they're always cooking, but you're right. Seeing Forsaken back on the Euro
Something Reyna coming. Do you think they'll run the same composition that they did last time? I don't think they will. I don't think they're going to run that Reyna Harbor. I think they'll have come up with a different idea.
The head-to-head of our stats is Forsaken and Xcurrent. To be fair, though,
roles.
Yeah, exactly.
Forsaken farmed.
Is on that
he really did farm. He was just playing off the space that his other two duelists created, and he just popped. He had some silly moments with his ultimates, but in terms of like how tight Forsaken is behind something, or sometimes Monya, he just uses the space so well. It's really difficult to stop both of them at the same time when they're both on top of you.
There were a few rounds where T1 started to catch up. You said that they were waiting out the utility?
Yeah, so basically they had a general idea.
I think they will try the loud comp. I don't think they will. That would have been a sick comp for them to try at some point, but I don't think they will.
Whether Forsaken TPs or not, he's very vulnerable to the follow-up after that. And I like how you mentioned this as well with Monya. It feels like on that first half, you know, with the 4-8 for PaperX, it felt like it didn't
Watching
feel like
Forsaken dodge or peek with his quick TP is so fun, I can't lie. Yeah, I mean, Forsaken's so silly with it, man. He, like, info peeks with the gate crash, like, leaping around the corner into somebody and then teleporting away just to get info, which, it looks cool as fuck, but the problem with it is, you have to design your entire defensive setup around that teleport. Because when he goes for the info, he can't go for the info ever again. It's like a full commitment on the information. He literally has to be gate crashing as he jumps in order to not get punished. So it's like the world's most committed jump peak. When he disappears, you need to have somebody to fill the gap behind him, and then you also need to make sure that the place he's teleporting to is safe. It's like, I don't know, it's so difficult to make defensive setups that make sense when somebody's doing stuff like that, but it is really cool to see. It's very cool.
Or remove it from the equation somehow by pushing him so far back and eliminating the rest of the team. Then all you got left is an operator.
Can we get an Alice co-stream check-in? Yeah, let's have an Alice co-stream check-in.
Again, Forsaken.
Good idea, chat. Good idea. I mean, this is extremely Bren stream. This is extremely Bren stream. Chair, no streamer. Probably off eating or taking a shit watching TikTok. And playing Suika. With music in the background as well. That's gonna get me fucking DMCA struck.
Best team capsules. Of course, you know, PRX and their
Jello
pink
dinosaur.
banner. Yeah.
Extremely true. PRX do have the best team
Jello
capsule.
is delicious. I'm fine with that. All right,
And no chat, I don't know what the fuck
T1, Coach
the
Autumn,
team banner is, and I don't care. I don't care. It looks cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's how
Leviathan's is better. Leviathan's is very, very good.
As I mentioned, NA
But
right? You have that
I think overall PRX is the
They have
best.
Zaya player that can back it up.
Personally.
They have Rossi that has
What's wrong with
that
Global
experience,
Esports is AI generated Lion. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I put it in the B tier. Much to the anger of the people in my chat.
We know Ascent. Every team plays that one composition that DRX perfected and everything.
Talons
But
is so
between
good,
these
actually.
two,
Talons
they
is
try different
amazing.
compositions, and because of Coach Autumn's
That ruby
coaching,
red color,
you can see some slight
fucks.
differences. You can see that the way the team operates, they're not
Furry
always spending
bias?
on these set plays. They're actually
look
trying
who
to
you're
play with their
talking
opponent's
to.
minds, and that's why you have Rossi.
Look who
on
you're
this
talking
Viper.
to.
However, PRX does the same thing. We've got that Harbor, you know, they played that against EG.
Yeah,
Red equals good.
we all want to see what
Not
PRX
all
is
of the
gonna play
Redskins
on
are good.
Ascent. I know
Half the
there are
Redskins are bad.
bajillion watch parties going on, and every time Ascent comes up, it doesn't matter what region, everyone's like, well, except for PRX.
Talon is my favorite red-black pistol. It's not even that black, but yeah, it's definitely the best red-black one. The best red one.
It's going to get very spicy here in Pacific.
Yeah,
I'm watching the tier list VOD right now. It's really something. It's all facts. I was spitting during that VOD. Spitting. Analysis. This red is simply not blue enough. Wait, that's so true. Ruby red is just red with more blue in it, right? Because it's closer towards purple.
If we do have Forsaken as the Harbor, then my
Even
question you asked, right?
I even like the
what are the rest of
bluier
them gonna play?
reds.
You know, are they going to have that Viper to go on the Harbor, or is it going to be an Omen? And what about the
What the
duelists?
fuck?
Are we going to see a Chamber, or
You
is
can't
it
do a
gonna be,
Pokemon chart or a color chart.
coming out from
Beth constantly roasts me because I do not understand what colors are.
to substantiate that Reyna? You would have Monyet on a.
I'm like talking to her about fucking what color something is, and I'm like, it's red, and she's like, no, that's orange. I'm like, I don't know, I can't tell the difference. It looks red to me. I don't know the words for all of the different colors. Like, I don't know, shit's just green. What is teal? What is emerald? What is forest? What is lime? I don't fucking know. It's green, baby. It's green.
really dig into that. But again,
Have you taken a colorblindness test? Yeah, I'm not colorblind. I struggle a tiny little bit with some of them, but I'm not colorblind.
Imagine how PaperX comes into this game and how, you know, T1 might have prepared for it, because they have seen PaperX play Ascent against EG before.
Bro, your job is literally yapping. How do you not know words? Oh yeah, true. I should know the definition of every fucking word in the dictionary. What are we looking at here? Okay, so PaperX are running Raise, Gecko Fade,
they're dropping entire roles. Once again, here for PaperX, no Sentinel.
Okay, so I was kind of thinking that they
Gecko
might go for an agent
Fade.
like the Phoenix or the
Raise,
what is his
Gecko
name?
Fade.
Gecko because of the
Omen Viper.
Yeah, the cheaper ultimate, six charge ultimate, just because you can keep harassing, you know, these players out of the site.
So I guess that's what we're going to be banking on.
Oh, this is gonna be a spicy one. We're gonna go into Ascent, into Italy, and see what these two teams have to offer. Over
I
to
don't
our
really
casters,
see how this
Achilles
is going to work.
Yes, thank you very much.
I'm not saying it's a terrible comp. I just don't understand where the synergies are necessarily. You don't get the Flash Dizzy combo.
Nothing else better than walking
You don't have
with PaperX playing, because you
like
never
it's not
know
a
what you're gonna
fast
get.
comp.
And this time
It's not
around,
an
really
exec
curious.
comp.
So one thing I noticed in watching T1's Ascent VODs was they don't get like super
I don't
aggressive towards
really
mid. They're
get
not
what they're
generally
gonna
be
go
looking
for
picks.
here.
And so one thing I'm really keying in on here for PaperX in a potential counter strat.
Normally I can tell what teams are going to go for based on the comp, like what is going to work for them. But I don't really understand what style PaperX are aiming for with this comp. Let's have a look anyway. I mean, they've got good utility for like taking B main control, taking A main, that kind of stuff, but
Did hear the shots.
Interesting that that's a swap up.
it's not that they have bad utility either. They have pretty good utility,
That is also
but
interesting. That's a really good point.
what are they going for? Just like Seize nade combos on sites? I don't think Ascent has very good lineups for Seize nade stuff.
Each other now. Given this eye has already been tagged down to 50, he's going to have to just back
I
away
mean,
a bit.
nade, mosh, Seize, pretty good for applying pressure to site anchors.
As the counter swing ready to go, there's the lineup.
Extremely decisive from PaperX to make sure that they punish Sire and Execute.
Orbs like Astro I was just talking about, but a good shot from Carpe.
Oh my word, those are some beautiful shots from Carpe.
Spike is in hand, market door.
He just tried to use his horn to flood into sight, realized that he was not fast enough, and then decided to one-tap 3 of them.
Try to go for time here.
30 seconds left.
For now they're waiting because
Mindfreak's going to be able to cross with his wall.
Spike get planted, not even a tap on it.
No, decides not to cross with the wall. Now they know exactly where he is.
Wall comes up, rotate his way over towards A.
Gonna be able to get the plant down at least, it looks like. Especially with the door closed there. Now they're gonna try to come all the way through short A, so could send one up.
How does Mindfreak play this? It's going to be really difficult to isolate 1v1s as Zissou and Rossi come back in through sight.
Paranoia at the ready.
When he might be able to get one there. Oh, what a shot from Rossi. That's crazy. Carpe wins them the round. I mean, there's nothing really more to be said there. Carpe simply wins them the round.
Mindfreak has to get the first one, try to hide behind Dice and kind of pray.
And we didn't really get to see what PaperX are planning on their attack side.
Good for it. So far,
Why did Divine Mindfreak switch Viper and Omen? I genuinely have no idea. I couldn't possibly tell you.
From Carpe. Yeah, those one taps from Carpe are a thing to be feared. Now, side player
I couldn't possibly tell you. That's so weird.
Stinger purchase along with the Spectre half armor.
It's even more weird because Mindfreak usually plays Omen.
This very well could get some off guard, but given that half armor,
Maybe it's because they think the Omen is going to lurk more in this comp. I don't know. They're forcing though. Oh, that's a lot of damage in onto E2. Everybody's one shot to the Outlaw. I like that one way. Isu gets caught. Execute and Sire trying to get pushed out on Heaven.
Drop down, Excurate will find Divide.
Excurate's not synced up with Rossi. The coordination is so off. Oh, the coordination on the retake is horrible from T1. And also, T1's composition in general looks ass for retakes. It looks like ass for retakes, man.
Including T1. Not fully prepared for it. And
They have
think, well, okay,
Paranoia,
they've got
Haunt.
that gun that could potentially just shut it down, but
That's like
the
it.
opportunity is never there. Already saw an attempt to combo some of the Rays and the Fade utility at the beginning of this round in case somebody was on the left-hand side of A main as they came in towards Switch. Nobody there, and Monyet able to find a kill, get them the ability open up a little
We're gonna
bit of
do
space.
Fnatic, I think, Forsaken just said. They missed the C's.
On the roof.
So they've just absolutely util dumped A. They're throwing snake bites up to heaven, threw a mosh pit in. Dude, they missed half their utility. They missed the snake bite onto heaven. They missed the C's to catch somebody who would be playing close A.
Bait Paper Rex into a bad fight, but the angle being held if they were to come from spawn like they are with Mind Freak, with that Phantom, going to be very, very difficult.
What is doing a
On that
Fnatic?
one tap, Carpe.
He's got the Sheriff. Position reinforced. It looks like the call is going to be made to just try to gather up.
Don't really know what doing a Fnatic
Should
means.
still be shut and then sacrifice.
The C's was to predict a jet updraft? Ah, that's so clever. That's so clever.
Build up towards that nightfall, but instead will fall. So, 4-man sacrifice. The Spike Gods are pleased. Paper X are going to move up 2-1.
So let's think about the utility that Paper X are throwing there. Is it possible to properly anchor against that?
You know, I think T1 is so keen.
Well, it's going to be difficult to fight A main because they're going to use Prowlers early and stuff like that.
Funnel these orbs over to Paper X. This is
And
something
then
that plagued them in the AVL. Was Paper X just
if you're playing aggro against A main and the C's hits, that's going to be bad for you as well. You've got a Dizzy coming over the top. I mean, I think you should just be able to break the Dizzy as a site anchor and dodge the Paranoia.
So those kind of things you have to be aware of.
There's a Haunt over the top.
Try to take advantage of if they're given the opportunity. Tap on the orb just to see if there's any response.
I would assume they're going to use something's ult to commit.
Set up that trap wire. Considering camera playing way
Don't
in
want
the
a
back
jump
corner.
spot like that. Something will get you.
Paper X doesn't like that they didn't get any contact there.
So they didn't hear anything over towards A. So maybe that's telling them that the Cypher's playing over there.
Spotting each other there in mid with that jiggle peek from Rossi. And something creeping on the corner sends out at least a warning.
Gecko
shot there
attack
from Carpe,
op.
who's now gonna be drifting
Classic.
back towards the
Yeah.
side.
I mean, I would like to say it's the first time we've seen it, but it isn't. Kang used a Gecko op.
Got the toxic screen as well.
On
Rossi
blind.
starting to shift over, try to get some help. The utility coming in, the hit is on, and a great spray from Saya.
That's a very unexpected angle from Saya playing. So Carpe gets caught by the Thrash. Rossi's playing himself in with the Viper wall. Ooh. Oh. Wow. Very good awareness from Divide that they were going to be trying to flood with the Viper wall and just spams into it. Pretty unfortunate that that Rossi wasn't able to get the kill on something. I think he's pretty favored on that angle. You know, he's got good crosshair placement. He can basically only see the head. Something's got to hit a really good shot.
Hold on to his weapon. Paper X, they're going to be moving up
But
3-1.
it's something.
Yeah.
So
It's a good kind of play off of sort of lack of information here for Paper Rex.
Chat, I just want to reiterate, I think it's fucking ridiculous that T1 took them to Ascent. T1 literally lost to Zeta on this map, and it's not like Zeta are terrible here or anything. But I think this comp from T1 looks pretty shit. I think they played kind of poorly in the game against Zeta.
Saya does get that kill, but
And for whatever reason, they've brought Paper X to Ascent instead of Lotus.
something with an operator, even on the Gecko.
I just don't get it.
Doesn't have those
I
escapes,
don't get
no
it.
problem at all for him. Wise switch back over to that Sheriff to get that confirmation on the kill. Follow up off the Paranoia as well. Really nice stuff here from Devi once again. holding
the
right
Paper X comp,
the switch
we can do worse. I don't think so. I think even if you're just comparing comp to comp, Paper X have more tools for map control.
T1 when they played Zeta earlier. It's close. It's 13 to 10, but
They also have more utility to exec on
showing that
sites.
there are some weaknesses.
I mean, on defense, they don't have a Sentinel,
Sheriff Walpen to find some damage.
but they're still going to be able to get decent info because Gecko and Fade are going to give them some initiator information.
Wingman trying to go for that stun.
I don't think it's an awful comp, I just don't think it has a huge amount of innate synergies for Ascent.
Fade v Fade. Comes out on top. Site now going to be taken once more here from the side of Paper X.
Oh, you mean from last map, the Triple Duelist? Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Triple Duelist was cooking, but it did set Forsaken up to have a god game.
Into a position where you can try to die to the spike here. Not impossible for the side of T1. Extra will fall. Now it is all on Easy to see if he can deal some damage here. First couple shots. Whip thing does get one, but gun has to be reloaded. He won't be given the time of day to do it.
Okay, this is where T1 need to be able to find a round. Can Saya play a buy? He bought that to 500. Yeah, he can just buy, but he's not going to be able to afford an updraft. Hopefully that doesn't matter at all for T1.
Now for Paper X and T1, they like to get a little bit aggressive at B main. Sometimes Saya player.
So they got a cam in market here with a trip A.
Seeing if they can maybe
Omen's in a get one and teleport out spot.
4-1 split all the way over on the other side of the map, and here comes that showstopper.
So they're popping in. Nobody's able to play off this kill trip. Monyet wondering if there's somebody ready to play off the kill trip. Oh, the Nightfall with Devi teleporting into sight. Oh god, and then he kills Saya player. The small little combos are working so well for Paper X. I mean, the Nightfall and the teleports are just such a simple idea, and it works so effectively. The round's over. The round is just done.
This is aggressive.
Oh, this is nuts from Devi.
I was like, yo, give me that ace, though. He might just find it. He will! What a read! What an ult!
He uses Omen ult to deny them guns and complete the ace. That's fucking wild. What are we watching right now?
There are a few things that you can take away for
that TP into sight though, man. It just rips them to pieces.
Wanted that ace so bad.
Also, can I ask a question? Why the fuck is Itsu on top of that box instead of playing behind the box to get one and teleport out?
As the timeout will be called, 5-1, Paper X way out ahead, and this is a significantly different pace.
I mean, it just...
Yeah, this is when
it feels over because T1 were not able to come up with an answer at all on split, and now it feels like the same thing again.
Starting to break things open. The trap wire was nice that it caught the ult and stopped that. That's great, but then the sight.
This is why Devi's playing Omen instead of Viper. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe getting a little bit distracted potentially by that trap wire showstopper. Maybe a momentary, a pause there.
This is more one-sided than the Loud game.
Might have cost them a little bit.
Yeah. What do you mean more one-sided than the Loud game?
Not a lot of utility.
Oh, you mean
it's just gonna have to be on his gunplay,
all of the rounds in a row that Loud won?
It's not comfortable.
I mean, it's still it went 3 maps. It was really close. Leviathan nearly won.
Viper spit yet is Mind Freak. Maybe see if they can make a play.
Yep, T1 banned Lotus. T1 didn't first pick Lotus, and then T1 banned it to head to Sunset for the decider. I mean, actually fucking bonkers coaching coming out from the very beginning.
Try to turn this map around, but
still can't quite understand what's going on, but that's okay. So they got the cam in the same position here. They've really been heavily going for that. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's similar to an alarm bot. It's just going to get you information like here, and I guess maybe it's useful in some kind of retake situation as well. Doesn't seem particularly useful. It's not going to be able to see anything, I don't think.
From Forsaken. That's what I'm waiting for.
I hope that you'll be
this could be dangerous. This snake bite from Rossi
I don't think we will.
might allow Carpe or Rossi to pick up some kills. Snakebite comes out, surely, right? Oh, they got the C's onto Carpe as well. So Rossi gets one, but then he vulnerables himself. He gets two. He gets three? Finishes off the third with the classic. What?
Okay.
How has Rossi been allowed to get three?
He's definitely made them think twice about this one as they go inching forward. And Rossi,
Four.
can he get an ace himself? He's looking for it, something.
29 health.
He's at 29 health. That Marshall, wall bang, anything will do it.
Oh.
Pushes around the backside.
What a read on the timing that Saya was going to try to get.
Rossi doing his damnedest to try to give them the round to win, to try to get the thrifty.
Big save from something. But that's a tragedy for T1.
For T1, this is so well
They
played.
killed 4 people on the eco.
They get the tethers
And you don't win the round.
on the 2 different
Jesus.
players, and Monyet is like, oh yes.
That would have been a
This
very
should be
cool
easy
ace.
for me to clean up, but Rossi's so good with that stinger. Rossi was saying his mom is staying up to watch the match.
They are dominating. Saya's opping. They're doing the like bait and switch setup on A. This could be quite good.
Again, you know, very
They're just
close
using
in
that to find out where the trip is being played. There's... They fucked it up. They were going to try to use the Prowler to break the trip, but they just sent the Prowler into the trip. So they just used Thrash and the Prowler at the start of the round, and T1 still have the trip active on A.
You got Thrash. You got the ability to clear now.
Okay.
Know where the Cypher setup is.
Something has one more use of his ultimate to try and clear out this Viper's Pit. They should really try to take market control before they do this. Like, ideally here, Paper X go down market and then Thrash so that they can hold the exit of the Viper ult. But nah, they're just going to ult forwards. That is a huge amount of util. Oh, they self-detained.
Oh no.
They self-detained. What the fuck is going on? Monyet is... Oh, Monyet does die. Okay.
Mike does get grabbed. Is he coming through? As the Neural Theft infested, they know where they're at. They know where they're rotating to. And for Paper X, I don't know how
Itsu's got a nice reposition here. Wait. Just chill in A main. Just chill. You know that they're ending A here. You can hear them. There's 10 seconds left. Like 15 seconds left. There's no chance. Don't swing, motherfucker. Don't swing. Just play the cross. Okay. X-Grit had a nice play off Itsu there. Holy shit. I thought they were about to throw.
Not exactly sure. What just happened? What happened with the friendly
Bad
fire
macro there
with
from
Thrash?
Paper X, I think. I really think it's just like a slam dunk that you use the rest of your Phage utility to try and walk down market. Get one of your players like...
Not be detained there. That could have been a very different round, but just a little bit of a...
Get Monyet posted up in market, then leave him, go back over to B main, Gecko ult. You're winning that round so often, I think.
Didn't quite go the way they wanted, and credit to T1 being able to dodge
So they've got the nade there. They're not going for the C's this time. They're in super quickly. Rossi somehow sprays down 2. Looks a bit lucky to me. But then he manages to get down another Snakebite and X-Grit kills another 2. That looked a bit lucky on T1's side, to be honest. They were getting heavily bogged by utility. And Rossi still caught 2.
No more util. No nothing, just a Vandal. 3 people to try to get through.
That's the thing with Paper X. They play at such a high tempo. You're still dealing with the fucking utility and they're on you.
Just get tucked away somewhere and try to hold on to this weapon.
But yeah, this round Rossi was able to grab 2 ridiculous kills at the start.
X-Grit does come out hunting. Now he's going to turn his sights back over towards him. That Jiggle Beak not revealing enough. The Haunt certainly helping. As he can't find him. X-Grit with 3. T1 as well. 3 to 6, looking for the run back.
Just phenomenal hold here from Rossi and X-Grit. Looked like it was maybe going to be another Paper X.
Can we see the replay?
Just sight take, but they're able to hold
Oh,
fast.
we're doing a pause here.
Paper X able to try to break through the front of the site. The Dizzy even connected onto Rossi.
Yeah, that kill onto Forsaken's pretty crazy.
Let's go, man. Catches the teleport. Come on.
Rossi's bigging him up.
Now,
Let's go, man. 3 more rounds. Come on.
are going to force a timeout out of Paper Rex.
Forsaken's not looking happy.
Gonna have something to say. Already a pretty good half, all things considered, for Paper Rex. I mean, you gotta like finding 6 on your attacker side initially.
Sure.
Hot take. Neon's slide is bullshit. The free and quasi-infinite use of a movement ability in a slow movement game is an absurd advantage that the Riot devs should remove. Did you just lose a ranked game to a Neon?
That 6 and 6 is what they have their sights set on. Paper Rex now gonna try to disrupt it.
Just the same thought as everybody else in the chat. You just lost to a Neon. There is no Neon in this game. There is no reason for you to be thinking about that. You just got owned by a Neon in ranked.
From both teams. I'm impartial. I don't care who wins.
Also, it's not quasi-infinite. In what way is it quasi-infinite? It's like single use in the round. Unless you pop your ult and then you get 2 uses.
Likelihood of Excurrent as well going over to Chamber.
You missed my hot take like 2 hours ago, by the way. If you repost it, I might read it.
T1 has to be wanting revenge on that map, you know, from when they faced off against them at the AVL. So certainly,
Thoughts on Carpe? He wasn't amazing when he first moved over to Valorant. He improved very quickly, got good pretty fast on Initiator, and now he's picking up IGLing duties. My dude is real. Whoa. The fight over mid with no real utility because they don't have any utility to fight over or fight with. Excurent. Good paranoia from Devi. Excurent should be fucked here. He's just getting mega spammed. Oh my god, he's dropped the spike. Winnable for side player. He knows where both of these players are. Oh, something's movement.
The updraft, the wingman going for the plan as they just lurk within the smoke. Something that Saya can do to try to interrupt it. Does he just go for a fishing shot?
What is that shot? What is that shot from something? You can't react to that.
I just threw my hands up a little bit there because something is just.
I need this game to be a Swift 2-0. Why? Is that even Bren or is that Alice? Can't even tell.
Potentially someone to come out from
so
the
I can watch DRX? I assume that's Alice.
Whoa, God, that's
It's
fast.
me? That doesn't tell me anything. It's me,
That's how I
Bren.
feel.
Those snappy shots.
Smells like Alice.
Kind of play.
Smells like Alice to me.
He's done it. Pacific, he's done it on the world stage. He's doing it right now here.
So they're going for the B lurk Viper wall instead of that mid cat Viper wall. Saya pushing forwards.
It's pinged.
Carpe, they spec. Forward wants to go for the prowler.
They clear the spot. You can wall bang that.
Spam him out. Mind freak.
They get the kill.
In an absolutely unwinnable position. In the meantime, that Nightfall going to be sent over towards A, but it's not going to connect onto anyone. Just falls
The
shot.
Nightfall doesn't see anything. Oh my god, Rossi gets seized and paranoid. And there's. Oh my god, he got caught by the Dizzy. He got caught by the fucking Dizzy at points where he is. Oh my god, they killed them. Holy shit. I thought they were going to let Rossi survive there, even though they'd seized, paranoid, and Dizzy the motherfucker.
Detain onto one. Carpe, lock
Holy
in position
shit.
for now, but Izu there to cover.
Gecko is crazy in the sense that it literally tells you where people are hiding in those kind of situations too. It's so good in like, it's so good at flushing out people in those cheese spots. Very nice spam by Monya.
Unable to take out Izu. But time dwindling, and there's still a showstopper on the opposite side. I guess a consolation prize so they can try to drag that ult out. But
This is so sad to watch. It's so sad to watch.
reach the confines of that A site. Carpe,
Paper X are doing alright with this composition. Like, it's not, I don't think it's the best comp in the world. I don't think it's cooking in the same way that Loud's comp is cooking. But, you know, it's like a fine attack side comp. It has a huge amount of utility that's difficult to navigate for. It's somewhat similar to the Loud composition, right? It like, it just kind of util dumps on you.
So well played there by Forsaken to get that haunt, get the reveal right after that door came crashing down. You knew.
I said at the start of this game that I didn't think it had a huge amount of like
soon they're trying to get those flank angles set up.
exec synergy, but I think it does. I think it's pretty difficult when you've got a Dizzy, a Haunt. It's not like it's an unbreakable flash, but it's difficult to break everything that's being thrown at you. There's no way he dashed forward and got one. Nah, Nah, I'm not. Nah, this is some silly shit.
Spike still held here. Safely in the hands of something for now. Smoke dissipates and Izu ready for it. Takes out Mind Free.
Yeah, so Paper X's utility able to be
Paper X just dragging teams into the silly zone.
Something looking for
Accidental dash, surely? I think so. I don't think he intended to dash forwards there. I think he probably just, you know, accidentally tapped W when he thought he was holding a different movement key.
Pretty much identified everybody.
Still plenty of time.
Running the assessment here in his head. Is this winnable?
No, this is not winnable.
I think for this player,
Can T1 win on their attack side?
Xscared does get dragged off the angle, but yeah, they have the high
I don't
low
think
here on
so.
the switch. It will
I
be
don't
an
think so.
8-4 half. Much like we saw on the first map, but this time flipped on its head. T1 needing to be
If T1 loses, they can't go to Madrid?
Yeah,
nope.
really
If T1 loses, they are eliminated.
For T1, I mean, Saya got really aggressive there. Just went face first into Paper X, still managed to
I am so tired. I'm definitely going to bed at the end of this game. I woke up at 5 a.m. today, and it's now 2 a.m. Fuck, dude. I've been awake for 21 hours. Just doing Valorant all day long.
Waiting right outside the door.
Co-stream, work, co-stream.
Close the gate on them, they did. So 8-4.
I'm not watching the DRX match.
I don't know.
You're crazy.
I don't know if it's enough.
I've got to be at work tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Rossi, you're my Rose.
That's in 9 hours. I've got to be at work in 9 hours.
Devi, you're my Daisy. I'm not good with flower names, but
That is, I can confirm that is a flower. Excellent work.
I did it, guys.
You don't have too many flowers. Where
I do want to see Sunset. I want to watch Paper X play Sunset again. But I just don't think we're getting there. I just don't believe. I really don't believe.
Anyway, let's go into the second half.
You don't need to stream more. Try again in March. True, actually. True. I've already hit my goal for this month. I could just fucking relax until March. I'm not going to do that, though. Dude, the thing is, though, too, right? I'm not doing this because I'm a fucking masochist as well. I do actually have to watch all of these games for Madrid. It's just insane the amount of Valorant if you're trying to follow the entire scene. And you can't turn up to an international event and just not know anything about one of the teams that's there. It's just insane behavior. And for plat chat, yeah, but I mean also for doing global events. Alright, so they know that it's an A-split. This has all the hallmarks of an A-split right now. Oh, Devi was trying to grab a right click on somebody. Paper X are trying to flood two people out of heaven instantly. And T1 controlling this, very nice. Very nice. I think there was some kind of thought there maybe to path like this, and they ended up cancelling it. I think they went like this and ended up going back into A. And they just flooded out through the smoke at the same time, overwhelming the people that were on site. Very tight, very, you know, aggressive, kind of Paper X-like, to be honest, on the pistol, just grouping up together, overwhelming somebody by running at them as a big group.
It's got to be in the back of your mind that last time there was that force buy. So let's work the map a little bit.
Was that a booster split like how Mel explained? I don't know. I don't remember what Mel said, so I don't know.
What in the world?
And he wins it with a classic.
These classics are so powerful. I don't get it. The classics are doing crazy work in 2024. I think they stealth buffed the gun in order to sell more team capsules.
That is not going to be in their hands as they look to go for this retake, but somehow, some way, Paper X do have a man advantage.
Yeah. It's the Paper X classic buff.
Everyone's pushing around, but this Cypher Cam here from Xcurate should be able to spot them all.
On yet 1 HP. Any damage done, he's out of the round, but you never know. It's Paper X, man.
Cam cleared. Carpe trying to fish for something there with the Guardian. As Wingman goes rushing forward, that's going to be the mark coming through.
Monya got caught. Oh no. No, T1. Rossi fucking killed everybody. But Mindfreak, just pull out your pistol, man, Mindfreak.
Full health to push in.
Oh, that is tragic for T1. That's absolute tragedy. That's happened twice now, right? PRX won, T1 won both of the pistols, and PRX won both of the follow-up rounds.
It's just almost unfair.
Thrifty doesn't do that justice. We
No.
invent a new term.
Brother. I'm telling you, these second round conversions are at the lowest rate I think I've ever seen.
That's what I want to know. He's out in the open with an orb. It's unreal.
Ridiculous.
And I mean, there's a ton of information given over to T1 too. The cam was checked in B main,
It's ridiculous.
so that had to be cleared. They know where they're coming from. They just find ways.
No,
to
it's
get
not
there
because of the outlaw.
They're not afraid.
Well, I think it kind of is because of the outlaw. My hypothesis is that the outlaw has forced people to rely on team play rather than just walking around the map trying to hit sheriff headshots.
Outrageous, aggressive orb.
And I think it's
grabs that
actually
should never
forced teams
work.
to play a more successful style of ecoing.
Man leads the way. Dace has come through. They're looking for
Whoa,
the
this
point.
is serious pressure. Look, again, this is what I'm talking about. T1 set up a really good eco round idea to be able to find a pick, and they're overwhelming the players with rifles. They're gonna win the eco round. Okay, just kidding. They're not gonna win the eco round. Wait, no, I am serious. They're gonna win the eco round.
Mindfreak makes his presence aware before the neural depth can go off. Plan coming in. Sheriff in hand. Mindfreak again.
Mindfreak has been outrageously clutch in this match.
He's just dancing around. Tries to flush him out of the open. Snake bite.
Yeah, he's just too good in the clutch. He's won every clutch that he's been in, I swear. The amount of 1v1s that Mindfreak's going to have at the end of this match on VLR is going to be through the roof.
I love the tempo change here from
A
T1.
Boaster
The
split is
fast,
one that
short
is
hit,
misled by being
inside
lopsided
INT,
and unexpectedly
cause
heavy on the
confusion.
weaker side.
A great snake
Oh, I
bite.
think I saw that actually, but didn't Mel say that that was a finesse split?
Clear out some players,
I thought
make
she
those
said
sheriff
finesse did that,
wall
not
bangs
Boaster.
that much more effective to get rid of Divide
I mean, I'm
on
sure
net.
IGLs.
I told you the
I'm sure plenty of the IGLs do that.
It was indeed.
Yeah, I thought she said that was finesse. I thought she said it was
Goofy there where he
Pujan.
thought he had time
Because I did see
standing out
that
in the open to
short.
go for
Yeah.
the Prowler, but
So what
you know
were you
what,
asking
whatever,
about that on the
it's for
pistol?
sake of that. I don't question it. It's his brother. He has to know that maybe his brother's more likely to back off.
Yeah, I mean, that. I think the pistol would be an example of that. I can't exactly remember how much noise they made as they came down cap, but when the smoke is in this position, it makes it look like most of the people are going to be coming through like this. It makes it look like it's a 1-4, and instead they had most people coming through tree. So yeah, I think that would qualify. The Pujan split.
Very far forward, judge in hand, the paranoia getting ready to crash in, and it does.
Oh
Prowler does not check right. He inches up, sees one, at range, the vulnerable, helping to take him down. It's going to be Mindfreak and Forsaken collecting the kills.
Look at how much they put pressure on individual players in order to guarantee the trade kill.
Everything to do.
Monyet flies into their face so that Mindfreak is guaranteed the trade.
I said we too have cheeky walls that you don't quite expect that you can hide players in. Both Prowlers completely missing. Monyet there.
Read the spike.
He's able to do a lot of extra
Yeah,
damage,
basically,
cause some extra
RJ.
confusion to T1.
Basically.
Yeah, he doesn't get any kills.
Like
doesn't
usually you want to follow your utility,
so unassailable.
or usually you want to,
has to try to save.
like,
The only one with any cash to
for
speak of,
example,
really,
the reason that
for T1
pistol
trying to
round
get rid
would
of it.
count
Divide
is
would
that
be
because the
good for it.
smoke
Yeah,
is
no
here,
problem.
the smoke is designed for you to get in through main. But what they did was they walked through their own smoke, which is a bit dangerous inherently because there might be someone in the smoke that ends up getting a cheeky kill on you, and you also have to push through your own smoke in order to get to site. But they're relying on the unpredictable nature of it to disrupt the defensive team's positioning and for it to be less expected. But you can do it in a variety of different ways. Like one of the ways that teams were doing it is by throwing a fucked up utility through one direction, and then it's only the two initiators or something, and the others are approaching from a different direction.
Walk right through him, vulnerable, be damned. Just send it in. But I mean,
Both are crying somewhere. For all the fun for disrespect.
I don't know. There's.
I mean,
yeah.
At least there was a Yoru played earlier today for Lothar.
True.
We got that going.
True.
He'll probably be co-streaming the next match, right? At the
Carpe trying to IGL against PRX. PP overheat.
Could very well
Yeah,
be,
it's
but, I mean, everything right now
when
is
you play
resting on
against
this
Paper
timeout
X,
from T1.
it's so fast-paced that you actually can't rely as much on a centralized hierarchical calling structure. The individuals have to make their own decisions and pick their own timings. You can't wait for confirmation on what the overall game plan is as much. You have to kind of fly by the seat of your pants sometimes. I mean, you can try to do your best to slow the game down and punish Paper X for playing like that, but at some point, like when you exec onto the site and then Paper X are just flying at you, flood defending, the players have to react and figure out their own decision making.
Paper X the ability to again cover these orbs, feed them into yeah, okay, he's okay. It's fine this time.
Stays alive. Something though has not spotted Saya player. He's gotten here towards stairs and mid. Completely
That's a big shot from Saya. I swear he wasn't looking in that direction.
Take it down. Damage coming out though.
So now T1's been able to get the first pick.
Dash expiring. The rest of the team getting corralled.
They're using this Viper smoke to take a little bit of space over here.
Monyet gets his showstopper, so if he gets one
And this, again, this is going to be another disguised kind of hit. This makes it look like they're with the jet, when actually they're going to explode through a main. So it's the same kind of thing, where the smoke is disguising which side of the split is the heaviest. And Paper X quickly adjust. They still flood defend with Forsaken. There's no fucking way, man. There's no way.
And I need to see a replay of it.
Forsaken leaps in through the snake bite, just relying on flooding, and somehow sprays down 4 by just spraying. He's just spamming the same angle with the Odin.
Makes Paper Rex really special.
Is he even moving his aim? No, he's not. He's just waiting for his opponents to swing into him to try to trade him and pre-firing it. Fucking hell, dude! What a silly gun! What a silly gun! I'd be so tilted.
They spend a lot of time learning tech, practicing abilities, and how they can interact with the map and with themselves. So stuff like that.
I'm sad that we're not going to see Sunset. I'm sad that we didn't see Lotus. I can't believe T1 have banned their best map in a single elimination game to get to Madrid. Ludicrous, in my opinion. Ludicrous.
As of right now, Paper X happy to.
And it's easy to say with the benefit of hindsight after you watch them get smoked on their map pick, 13-5, but I was saying it right from the beginning.
No, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen
no hindsight Harry here.
Not that I remember. It's always a rifle or, you know, a Marshall or something like that.
T1 working their way down mid. This is the kind of situation where Paper X don't really have very much info around the map, so, you know, you see something trying to recontest this. He's taking quite a lot of damage inside the vulnerable. Saya player has found an enormous gap in what's going on here. This should be a win for T1. They can get pushed from heaven as well here. Nice crunch. And the Bucky kill as well. Good round from T1. Good round. Really relying on abusing the weaknesses of Paper X's composition, finding the holes over towards tree. They applied pressure in mid, pulled something away. He had to watch mid. They don't have alarm bot, turret, that kind of thing. And then, yeah, just walk through behind that Viper orb over towards tree. I like it. Unfortunately, it's almost certainly too little too late. You'd have to win another 6 rounds in a row after this. Don't say winnable. Don't say winnable. Don't say winnable.
See if they remembered to plug that hole. They didn't, and that really breaks the round open.
They only get 12? No, they don't. No, they don't.
I think if he kind of could have that one back, he might turn his attention towards the door.
7 chances.
Switches instead of
down to 6.
Heaven, but, you know, just a reaction play there. That jet's coming in, the blades are out. You know that's a threat, and you want to try to shut it down.
Well, around 1, and with the economy worked low here for the side of Paper Rex. We'll see what they're going to be able to piece together. Still have a couple of bolts to try to work with, but yeah, I mean, really good.
6 chances.
Getting Saya player.
I've watched enough Paper X to know they win 13-10 by thrifting them. Yeah, that does That does happen.
Allows them to really find that opening kill.
Exactly.
But now they need to do that 6 more times to give us overtime again.
Easy. No problem.
Saya's gonna swing.
Oh, puts him low and something.
Took a body shot and then a headshot. Oh my lord. Why is Saya player contesting that so aggressively at the start of the round? It might not be 13-10. Maybe the eco round is this one.
So well executed. Their aim so good. Monyet gets the first, and something's right there to back him up with the Sheriff. Try to spam it down.
Another really good body shot on a crack angle. I don't really understand what something's using his ult for right here, but I guess he's just trying to get info. He's going and getting the thrash back.
Covers it. Have that up as
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine, actually. Something just grabbing a little bit of info here in the round when it's at the, like, 1 minute mark, and then he still has the second version of Thrash for retake.
On Forsaken, yeah.
Rossi revealed. Carpe as well. Just no ambiguity about it. Says, yes, I'm here. Here's a Prowler. Please don't chase me.
What is Carpe's call here? Without Jet, it is quite difficult to fully exec from B main. They're using the Thrash not to retake, but to stack the right site.
It's either A main or it's B.
PRX, Devi. Oh, he got 2. He accidentally killed Rossi. This is it. This is the eco round. It's a 13-6.
With a hope, with a dream.
Oh, and the haunt lights execute up. He's just getting spammed through. No chance. It's over. That was frankly disappointing from T1. Disappointing.
2-0.
And now PaperX finds themselves.
Okay, did it change how we feel about PaperX? We've now seen 2 matches from PaperX. Well,
work to be done to see if they can claim a title.
in PaperX's first map against Gen G, I think they were playing quite badly as a team. I think in this match, they played really tight together as a team. The team play and coordination off each other, the decisiveness, the decision to like flood immediately, all of that stuff was really clean from PaperX. So they're playing well in terms of their
So many other teams
team play, coordination.
Say, no,
oh, fuck, dude.
we can't make this work. A
Poor
loss like
Ritsu.
that, seemingly having shattered T1, but I mean, you can see
Rookie
what
player.
it means to them. It's brutal.
Had his opportunity to go to Madrid.
Still an incredible beginning to
Felt
the
like
year
the
here,
big time was
14-1.
within reach and just got shattered.
Making a very significant run back.
He played great in map 1 as well. He played great.
Just most entertaining maps of Valorant that I've gotten to cast. Yeah. In that opener there on Split.
But yeah, they really did fuck
While
it
the emotions for
this
now
match. I think right from the beginning, like map veto all the way onwards. They should have been able to win map 1, I think, but they just couldn't come up with a solution on defense to be able to deal with the PaperX triple duelist sending it into the sites.
There's a lot of really good things
And then on
happening
Ascent,
on this team. A lot of good
it's
things in place. And it is
I mean, bad map veto is the biggest thing to point out, in my opinion.
try to take down PaperX, and many have tried, few have succeeded.
Do you think they'll change the split comp or not? Who? Which team?
I mean, he's just, we know what he's capable of.
I don't know which team
We
you
saw it on
mean.
GE. We're seeing it here again with PaperX. It's a different style. It's a different flair to PaperX this year, Achilleos. We're not seeing sort of that off-the-rails, sort of blast-packing in your face, just going crazy, but it still has a similar tone. It still has a similar flavor.
Gutting for Itsu, man. Gutting for Itsu.
A round of applause for Izu making his way to give the fist bumps.
He's a great player. He's going to be really good. I mean, he already is really good, but he's going to be really, really good.
PaperX, I mean,
Wasn't an individual diff, or at least wasn't like Itsu's fault in any sense that they lost that game.
Still another series to be played through. With some limited time for preparation because they don't know yet who their opponent's going to be.
That's true. Really interested for that next match.
Okay,
PRX
I am
versus Gen G.
not
Korean
going to continue the
powerhouses.
co-stream. because I've got to go to bed. It's 2 a.m.
In what I think will be a very, very close series.
I think there's plenty for T1 to look at here and figure out what they did wrong. I mean, clearly, one of the biggest takeaways for me for T1 is that when they're playing their own game on maps that they're good at, they look really good. But maybe they're not quite there yet in terms of figuring out, like, if a team plays against us in this style, what is the way to counter that, you know? What different tools do we have in our toolbox to deal with this? Because I feel like they didn't really change up enough on Split. They didn't try enough different things.
T1 versus PRX, the winner of the
Alright, let's listen to this interview and then we'll raid myself on Bren's stream.
3 duelists and then no sentinels. It was crazy to see those comms. So what were you thinking to come up with those compositions and what makes you think it's worth the risk? 저희가 이제 PRX가 우승을 하면서 마드리드로 가는 첫 번째 티켓을 거머쥐게 됐습니다. 근데 여기서 또 물어볼게요.
But yeah, I didn't really answer the question earlier. How do I feel about PaperX? I don't think the compositions they're playing are world-class capable. Like,
I think for the I think we changed like 1 week ago, I think, or maybe 2 weeks ago.
1 week ago you decided?
Yeah, I think all of my teammates just feels like Yoru is a good idea on that map because people run Cypher most of the time, right, on that map. So we use the decoy to break the trip and stuff. So yeah, we're just trying in scrims and it's working. So yeah, we just roll with it, you know. So yeah.
Okay. 사실 1, 2주 전에 정해진
Fair enough.
조합이라고
Fair
하는데요.
enough. I don't think the two compositions that they showed today though are going to be like I think the loud comp actually could beat elite tier teams. I think it could give them a ton of trouble. I'm not sure that PaperX from today would. It's going to be difficult to play against for sure. It's going to be tough because it's an unusual comp. But I think the top level teams should be able to deal with it.
After first map, I have no thoughts about the game because after first map I'm a bit nervous. I don't know why. And yeah, just no thoughts. Just play our game and hope we will win. And yeah, we win.
Oh, so you're so focused on the play, you didn't think of anything. Okay. 사실 첫 번째 맵에서 이겼을 때도 너무 집중했기 때문에 아무것도 떠올리지 않았다고 말을 했네요. 정말 아주 집중력이.
So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about PaperX in terms of their ability to compete and like win Madrid. I think a lot of it, if they play like this, is going to be down to whether teams can stop them, basically.
Sorry?
Were there any difficulties you needed to handle before coming into the playoffs? 플레이오프에 들어오기 전에 어떤 어려움이 있었는지 오늘 순서에게 물어보겠습니다.
On the playoff?
Yes,
I
for
think
this match.
it's like it's a bit hard for me because I was struggling for both games, but I don't want to make my teammate like making a hard job, you know. So I just like cheer for them, help them together, comms for them, yeah.
Oh, nice, good job. 별다른 큰 어려움은 없었고 오히려 팀 전체.
Monyet fit quite nicely into the system. He looked pretty good today. I mean, he didn't light the world on fire, but he was keeping up with the tempo. He was certainly like part of the group. There was like a couple moments where he overheated a bit, but that's expected with the way that PaperX plays.
For my girlfriend, everything. Thank you so much for watching us, and we're really excited to show what we can do in Madrid later. I hope you guys still keep supporting us all the time until we can bring the trophy for this specific, and I hope we can bring the trophy for Madrid as well. Thank you.
Oh, nice. 어떻게 팀의
No shit talking for his brother.
이김의 요인은 무엇이고 또 감사의
Polite,
사람이 있냐고
polite.
물어봤더니요. 가족들 그리고 여자친구 그리고 함께해준 팬분들께 정말 고마움을
Where are PaperX based? They're like a mostly Singapore, Malaysia region is what they call it, but I mean they have like Indonesian players and, you know, Russian player and that kind of stuff. But I think that the region is, I think the team is like officially based in the Singapore, Malaysian region.
Being the winner of last year's Pacific, were there any growth or experience you learned from today's? 또 작년에 Pacific 우승을 했으니까 이번
Yeah, it's a mix of Southeast Asia. Yeah.
물어보겠습니다.
I think
mentally we are stronger because like we pull a comeback against DRX from 2-0 to 3-2. So I think we learned a lot actually from them, and it helps like our deep run in champions in LA last year. So yeah.
네, 작년과 비교했을 때 또 DRX와의 결투를 비교했을 때 정말 더 단단해진 것 같고 또 LA 때 기억을 되살려서 저희가 좀 더 견고한 팀이 된 것 같다고 말했습니다. And the last question goes to Coach Alex. You waited for a while, and I wanted to ask, were there any pros and cons throughout the kickoff? What do you think about your team, and any message you want to send your team?
I mean, for other teams, I think everyone has improved. You can see today that we had a really hard game, and I think we ourselves have stuff to work on. It's good that we have more games that we can see. You know, I think our split comm needs a bit of work, but we're happy to play it. Pros and cons of the format?
Yeah, of the whole tournament. How was it? The
I mean,
weakness?
it's not really finished yet, so maybe this review is better after the finals.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alex navigated that quite nicely. That's a unusual question. But yeah, Alex navigated that very professionally, I think.
And Alex, I have one little fun question for you. I mean, I heard that you stress eat a lot during the tournament. So, what are you eating so much?
I'm trying not to do that anymore, but yeah, I tend to just like grab a lot of snacks.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite one in Korea is this biscuit with apple jam inside.
Oh!
Yeah,
Biscuit with apple jam. Biscuit with apple jam inside. I mean, that sounds really good.
Does that help you?
Sounds really good.
Boost the team?
I get less angry.
Okay, nice. 네, 또 알렉스 코치한테 또 게임 중에 되게 군것질을 많이 한다고 들었는데 어떤 걸 그렇게 먹냐요? 했더니 한국에서 그 안에 잼이 들어간 그 조그만 과자가 그렇게 맛있다고 또 그거 덕분에 또 팀원들한테
How long will
덜
Madrid
화내게
be?
된다는 답변을
Well,
들었습니다. Congratulations, PRX.
it finishes at the end of March sometime, I think. I can't exactly remember.
네, 지금까지 PRX 선수들과 함께 인터뷰 나눠봤고요. 이제 마드리드의 티켓을 가져갔지만 아직
So it's going to be at least another month before the teams play, because they have to conclude this tournament and then they play the whole of Masters Madrid and then it goes back to
go to the finals before it. So we'll
domestic
see
play.
what they'll do. And best of luck for all the players. Back to that.
When you have a system like this, where you have like regular international tournaments that you have to qualify for, there's always going to be breaks in the calendar for teams that don't make it. I mean, unless you run a lot of concurrent tournaments, but Riot's really trying to focus on not tearing up the viewership like that and like splitting the community, focusing them in on one tournament at a time. So, yeah. Ranger Buffalo, thank you for the 4 months. Hi, Egg. Good games. Yeah. Yeah. T1 hiding strats for the main season. Yeah. They're hiding their Lotus for the main season. T1 are just too intelligent for all of us. And they simply understood that if they made it to Madrid, their Lotus would get counter-stratted. And they need to get the wins in the regular season in order to make champs. They've actually seen into the fucking Matrix. They know their path to champs. Who are we to argue? we know nothing. Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to raid twitch.tv/Bren because I'm going to do the I'm asleep but I'm still co-streaming. All right, go and enjoy me co-streaming on twitch.tv/Bren, and I will see you the next time. I'll see you. I'll be on the broadcast for Americas in 12 hours or less than that, like 11 and a half hours or something. So I'll be on the broadcast in half a day. And then we're going to be co-streaming some EMEA after that when it comes back, because it's Carmen Core playing against Foot. Yes, thank you, chat. Thank you. Holy shit, my brain. Okay, I clearly need some sleep, so I'm going to go to bed. Good night.